Channel 6, the Lebanon Channel, presents Lebanon High School football. It's week 12, and the Lebanon Warriors have a little bit of history on their side as they meet the Colerain Cardinals in week 2 of the Division I Region 4 playoffs. No Lebanon team has ever lost in the 12th week of the season. 4 times there has been a week 12, and 4 times Lebanon has come away a winner. The Warriors are playing today at Paul Brown Stadium, and that is a good omen as well. The last time Lebanon played in the stadium carrying Paul Brown's name was on December 4th, 1998 in Massillon, the night the Warriors won a state championship. Colerain promises to be the toughest test yet for Coach Dave Broush's men, but the Warriors will be ready. Tonight's game is brought to you by Hinkle-Schuler Realtors, your home team in real estate. By LCNB and Dakin Insurance, teaming up to accomplish more. By John Russell's Garage, your independent car care experts. By Minuteman Press, Lebanon's award-winning printer. And People's Community Bank, we want to be your bank.
Good morning from Paul Brown Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Channel 6, the Lebanon Channel, presents Lebanon High School football. Today's game is brought to you by Hinkle-Schuler Realtors, your hometown team in real estate. By LCNB and Dakin Insurance, teaming up to accomplish more. John Russell's Garage, your independent car care expert. By Minuteman Press, Lebanon's award-winning printer, and People's Community Bank, we want to be your bank. This is Steve Herrick along with Jim Vandegrift and Tom McRoberts. Second round game, Lebanon Warriors against the Colerain Cardinals. Tommy, take it away.
Well, it's going to be a good one. There's a good representation from both sides, and going in, the Warriors are 10-1, Colerain's 10-1. This is going to be the toughest test we faced in a long time, Jim.
Yeah, it sure is. I shouldn't say that. I think that Elder last year was probably as tough a test as we faced in a long time. But as far as this year, this has to be the best football team that we have played so far. And I can't say that we're going to play because when we win, why next week could be even a tougher opponent than this week.
Well, this team has scored a lot of points. We're going to run a graphic for you to show you how Colerain has gotten to where they are today. They lost their season opener to that's the Warrior record there. Well, let's go with 11. We lost our opener, 14-12. We haven't lost since. Our offense came to the play a little bit late in the season. We scored 34 against Fairborn. We scored 34 against Springboro. And, of course, last week that big 13-7 win over Anderson down at Anderson. That was a big victory for the Lebanon Warrior program. Colerain, you're going to see a lot bigger numbers. They lost their opener to Moeller, 22-14. Then they scored 55 against Hughes. They scored 49 against Lakota West, 49 against Hamilton. 42 against LaSalle. Last week they had 35 in the first round playoff game. So we're facing an offense that knows how to put it in the end zone.
Well, and they're going to be running the triple option, which means that the quarterback takes a snap. His first read is give the fullback on a dive play. Next read is a defensive end. If the defensive end turns his shoulder square, he's going to cut it back up. A defensive end faces the numbers right into him. He's going to pitch the pitch man out there. They got a speedy tailback who can turn the corner. 3 good backs and a good offensive line. Not much of a throwing team. One game they only threw 5 passes for the entire game. So they're definitely a running game. Live and die with a triple option, which is an option type, and they'll put it on the ground once in a while, but same token, there could be a lot of big plays too.
There should be, and our defense is, like I say, it's been bailing us out all year long, and it's going to be really tested here today with a big offense like Colerain has. Lebanon, of course, is a playoff experienced team. We've been in the playoffs. This is our 8th year in the playoffs. We've been here before. We know what it's all about. Lebanon has had success in the playoffs. I think we're something like 11-6 overall, so we know how to win in the playoffs. Colerain hasn't quite got as an impressive a playoff record as we have, but they've been here a few times as well. They've never made it to the state finals or the championship game, but they've been here a number of times.
Talking about the defense, we're going to face a defense. It's a 5-2 defense, which means 5 men up front, and normally 2 linebackers and 2 corners and 2 safeties, but they'll adjust a little bit. They're going to have to, because if we put our quads out to the side out there, they're going to have to take a lot of people out of there. And that could be to our advantage because they have excellent athletes from top to bottom on there. But we're going to see what more of a traditional defense maybe in the 80s and 90s of a 5-man front. Now most of the high school, pro teams, college teams are going to the 4-man front because the mobility in the passing game has demanded that. Lebanon is going to be, like we say, more pass run, can do both, depends on what the defense will give us. We do very well both ways. Defensively, we'll go with a 4-man front, occasionally with a 5-man front. I'd say against the triple option offensive Colerain, we're probably going to be in our 40 most of the time so that our linebackers can get to the corner out there to stop the pitch.
The Warriors will receive to start the game. We're going from north to south here, from the left to the right, as you view it on the screen. Those are going to be watching the video replay. And this has got all the trappings of the big time. We're sitting in the CBS booth. This is where they do the big broadcast from, so I guess it doesn't get much better than this. Besides that, we can see Kentucky from here.
If I call you John Madden or something, well, you'll know that we're a little confused.
I've been called worse. Who's going to bring it to us, Steve?
Today's game is being brought to you by Hinkle Schuler. For personalized and professional service, call Mike and Sandy Faulkner, real estate agents living and working in your community. Give them a call at Hinkle Schuler Realtors, 932-6070. Also, Minuteman Press has been Lebanon's printer for over 20 years. For all your printing needs, take them to the man, Minuteman, located at 101 Dave Avenue, 1 block behind McDonald's. Or give them their friendly staff a call at 932-4222.
I tell you, Jim, this has got to be a thrill for these Lebanon athletes getting introduced in a stadium like this. They've got the wall of players down there for them to come charging through. It's got to be a once-in-a-lifetime thrill for these kids.
Absolutely, and it should be. That, as we would say a lot of times, it just doesn't get any better. There's the defensive end. Danny Tucker's just been introduced, followed over there by number 60, Greg Burrows.
Well, there's two guys that have had fantastic careers at Lebanon High School.
Next one coming out of the chute was number 33.
That was Ryan No.
Ryan No. And
Brent
66,
Shaw.
Ruthier. Brent Shaw's out there.
Ryan Smith, I think, is coming
Chris
out
Addison. Ryan Smith, another linebacker.
now. It was Austin Pritchard, number 2. Here comes Andrew Jones. You can see the Warriors are in their maroon, all maroon. Colerain's in, they're all white with red trim. Zach Stewart coming through the tunnel now. And Johnny Carnes. Warriors have had 30 interceptions in 11 games this year. That's an incredible number.
And here come the Warriors, streaming out in their maroon helmets. Maroon jerseys, white numbers, white bars on the side. Classy uniforms for a classy football team. Coaches all dressed alike in their black pants, maroon vests, except the head coach, and he's got a black vest on out there. So it's just an extremely colorful, beautiful place. Across the field from is the Colerain Cardinals, and of course they're coached by Kerry Combs, and a little larger high school when we take a look at them. Lebanon has 537 boys in the high school, and Colerain has 794 boys. Kerry Combs has been there for 10 years, 112-43 overall, and Dave Broush is 76-17 in his 8 years as the Warriors head mentor. The Cardinals will be kicking off to the Warriors coming from south, looking over Kentucky, and that makes Joe Hackman smile. He feels right at home.
And we want to wish a happy birthday to Joe Ayler, the guy who carries the big Warrior flag down there. It's his birthday today. What a way to celebrate your birthday.
And we want to say we hope old Tommy down there on the Tommy Digo down on the camera on the field, hope he doesn't get too excited and run out on the field and get chased off again or something like that.
And we hope Marty's listening to us out in Pahrump, Nevada, wherever that is.
Someplace in Nevada.
Kicking off for Colerain is Adam Young. That's a good, easy name. You're going to be hearing, talk about Mr. Harrison today. That's his name, Mr. Harrison. Or excuse me, Simpson, I'm sorry.
Simpson, yeah.
Mr. Simpson, that's his first name.
Yeah, it's not like we don't know his first name. That is his first name.
That is his first name, number 35. You'll probably be hearing about him today.
Wayne is on our camera to the right. Connie on the camera to the left. We got
Paul and Joe in the truck.
Paul and Joe, they're back in the truck down there somewhere. I hope they're not lost. Probably eating pizza again, drinking coffee, eating donuts.
Warriors will be going from left to right, north to south.
Approaching the ball for the kickoff, and this playoff game is underway. Deep, deep, deep kick, 5-6 yards in the end zone. So the Warriors will not return it, so the Warriors will take off on the 20-yard line, going from north to south in Paul Brown Stadium.
Zach Stewart just let that one sail over his head.
Quite an impressive kick, man.
That was not bad.
Kerry Combs, really a fiery, colorful coach from Cincinnati Colerain, and he's never lost for words and never lost for confidence. Last year he said he had 11 players that could be all-state.
Well, that's confidence.
So the Warriors come up right away. Tyler Pritchard at quarterback. I formation, slot, Going to throw the ball to Zach Stewart coming across the middle right to start with, and the ball is high. The left side over there, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Got a little over Zach's head that time. Zach was the quick open pattern there. Ran that successfully last week at Anderson a couple times.
You bring that down a little bit, that could have been a big gainer right off, man. So we got 2nd and 10, I formation, wide receiver to the left, right up the middle, Ryan No, and Ryan is crushed right at the line of scrimmage.
Andre Revels looked like he was one of the guys in on that tackle.
The difference between a school with another couple hundred boys in high school means that they have more to pick from, and numbers means a great deal when you get up at the higher levels of football.
There's a lot of white helmets over there, Jim.
Constant formation, split left, slot right, I formation. Pritchard's back, he's looking, throws a screen over the middle to Ryan No at the 20, and he is up about the 24, 25-yard line, so the Warriors are going to have to punt the football. Their first series from the 20 to the 25-yard line, they threw first pass, rushed to No, and threw another pass then, so they're going to be 3 and out on their first possession.
Moeller made the stop. That's the young last name of Moeller playing at Colerain might be a little uncomfortable. Moeller was beaten last week by Dayton Wayne, and Wayne plays Elder in the game following this one today.
Ryan Oster will be the snapper. Johnny Carnes, the short man back there. And Tyler Pritchard is the deep man, and the referee says we need a timeout, and it will be Colerain calling a timeout early. Let's take a break.
Dakin Insurance, your hometown independent insurance agency, has served Lebanon's insurance needs since 1876. Call Lebanon alumni Zach Burns today for a complete insurance analysis for auto, home, health, and life insurance. Call 932-4010 or stop by their offices on East Mulberry Street or Columbus Avenue. Dakin Insurance, your hometown independent insurance agency. Town Pest Control, locally owned and operated for over 23 years, has been providing affordable service to residents and business customers throughout Warren County. For termite control, pre-construction termite prevention, insect and rodent control, and FHA, VA termite inspections, call the professionals at Town Pest Control, 932-3646.
Well, you can see that's what makes football games last so long. We're at a commercial right here, and they're still standing down there. And Colerain had a timeout. They had their business finished in about 15 seconds, but they still have to wait the mandatory full, I think, 2 minutes.
Well, they see us up here in the booth. They figure it's a CBS timeout.
TV timeout.
So Tyler Pritchard's back to punt the ball. We need one of his best right now.
Maurice Johnson's one of the deep backs for Colerain. It's going to come his way.
Low, wobbly kick down to the 45, 44, about the 43-yard line of Colerain, where they'll set up shop the first time in the playoff game. Mentioning right now, talking about the coaches from Lebanon, we've got Marty Collier, Sean Lamb, Mark Rogo, Dewey Daniel, Chuck Ween, Jim Watts, Josh Eldridge, Chad Keel, and Bob Batty, and they all have their responsibilities and do a fine, fine job. And of course, the head coach is Dave Broush.
Quarterback's number 10, Eric Fitzpatrick.
Now there's a deep wishbone, a true wishbone, Tommy.
Simpson's right behind the quarterback.
Lebanon is spending no one, gives the fullback right in the middle.
Routhier got him. So Ryan Routhier gets his first tackle of the game.
The first time he gives to the fullback right up the gut, and Lebanon has a defense that we haven't seen before. They have their defensive tackles out wider and their defensive ends in normal position, but in the middle, a big gap there in the middle, and they got 2 linebackers standing right in the hole. Lebanon is blessed with excellent linebackers, an excellent defense altogether. We can't single anybody out there. Taking those defensive tackles out wider, now they're bringing a man up over the middle right now. Quarterback back, and he's going to throw right away, and
almost intercepted. He was trying to get it to number 28, Jermaine Johnson.
So much for saying that they're not going to throw the ball, but remember, Lebanon's got 8 people in the box in there. I imagine looking over many, many tapes that they've watched of the opponents, they realize that they're going to running team, and they've got to stop the run to win the football game.
Absolutely. Johnny Carnes got a finger on that one.
It's a wing tee look with one running back here. They'll probably run a little motion out of this. There's the motion coming around. Quarterback coming, gives the pitch. Got no place to go. Gets second
Johnson.
right there. And he just breaks one tackle after another, and he is going to go to the house.
Broke 3
Nobody's
tackles.
going to catch him. He was stopped in the backfield and broke 3 tackles at the line of scrimmage and took it to the house early in the game. 9:46 to go.
Wow.
Maurice Johnson.
He is a load.
Well, he did a good job of dancing out of about 3 tackles in that backfield, because it looked like he was going to be stopped right where he got the ball.
He's a 5'7", 165-pound running back.
He's a senior. So the
Well,
Warriors.
we can see Burrows missed him. Pritchard missed him.
He cut back a couple of times. And kick is good.
Ryan No missed him. I think he was hit 4 times right there. So
I think he was.
it is good. So it's 7-0 with 9:46 to go in the first quarter action of the semifinals of the region.
People's Community Bank with 3 offices in Warren County to serve you. 11 South Broadway, 1101 Columbus Avenue, and 5797 South State Route 48. We are your community bank. People's Community Bank is proud to support the Lebanon Warriors. Russell's Garage, located at 710 Deerfield Road in Lebanon. John Russell, your independent car care expert. You can give him a call for all your automotive needs at 932-1169.
I would bet that a lot of our sponsors have question marks because it's the first time we played a day game today, and I imagine John Russell had some second thoughts, but I don't know, but I would imagine he's down here.
I would bet he would be.
Guys, that's a shame right there because they had that play stopped and had Colerain in a situation where they're going to have to punt the ball back to Lebanon. I hope it doesn't demoralize them too badly.
Well, it's that's the kind of thing that just gives a defensive coordinator headaches. Of course, we had a defensive lineman miss him, had a linebacker miss him, a safety miss him, and another linebacker miss him. So it's one of those things.
Adam Young kicking off to Zach Stewart.
First time Adam Young kicked off, he kicked it over Stewart and Bergemeyer's heads back there.
That's Lucas Howard
Luke
on the other
Howard.
side tonight, or this morning. It's still morning, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it is. So lightning strikes early here for the Colerain Cardinals. It's 7-0.
Approaching the ball. A
That's
kick
out of the end
long
zone.
again. Down about to the 5 yards in the end zone this time. So Lebanon will set up again with their own 20-yard line.
Young Mr. Young can kick the football, guys.
Well, we've thrown the ball twice and run it once. We didn't get a first down on our first series. We'll see. Starting our second series. Early in the game, Colerain leading 7-0. Got split backs this time. Slot right, split left. Pritchard back, complete to
Stewart.
Zach Stewart, and he is smothered as soon as he caught the ball, but it is a completion.
Jermaine Johnson got him.
Picked up just about 4.
Zach got slammed pretty good there, too.
Well, the Colerain player stood over top of him. That could have been close to a taunt right there.
Looked like a big-time wrestling body slam, didn't it? Second and about 6. Pritchard takes the snap, gives the tail back. No, off the left side, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, gets some running room, and is thrown out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain, 3-yard gain maybe.
Scott Stegman was one of the ones that ran him out of bounds over there.
There's a little bit of mix-up in the backfield, which slowed. No, just a little bit, but he does break a tackle, comes up and gets by another man, breaks another tackle, and then too many white jerseys.
About 3rd and 3.
Big play for the offense. Get some confidence to get a first down here. It's going to be a first down and more.
Ryan Bailey.
Ryan Bailey caught a quick pass right out to the right side, complete out there for a first down. Lebanon breaks the ice in the moving the sticks for the day.
Brad Raby, I assume it's pronounced Raby, R-A-B-E. Ran him out, or caught him, tackled him over there.
That took the ball up to the 34-yard line. Nice shot by Tyler Pritchard right out to Ryan Bailey. Ryan Bailey has become an excellent receiver this year. We got trips to the left this time, 1 to the right over here, 1 setback, giving it to No, coming out of the backfield, got a little running room, and is smothered at the outside. Probably about a 2-yard gain on that, running to his left.
Mike Moeller made the stop for Colerain.
8:34 to go, first quarter action. Colerain leading 7-0. 2nd and 7. Ball's right on the 37-yard line. Trips to the right, split left. Pritchard in a shotgun. Comes back, looks back, he's looking, throwing upfield. Has a receiver out, but it's thrown out of bounds to the right over there. Might be some wind down there, guys, that we're not feeling up here. That ball sailed a little bit on Tyler that time.
The flags on top of the goalpost are fluttering a little bit. Looks like they're blowing from the south a little bit.
Of course, in a stadium this big, you can get a swirling wind down inside. You don't realize it.
3rd and long for the Warriors.
8:07 to go. Colerain leading 7-0. Warriors up with a 3rd and 7 situation. Big play for the Warriors. Got trips to the right, slot or split to the left. Pritchard shotgun, comes back, looks, going to throw a slot screen over there, and almost intercepted. Wow, boy, were they looking for that. Looks to me like Colerain has done their homework very well on our offense.
Jason Allen broke that play up and almost intercepted it.
Brings up a 4th and 7.
Nick Davis was right down there too, Tommy.
Yep. You see, they got a player named Michael Hines. We had one of those once.
We had a Michael Hines.
Play with him.
Good athletic family. Pritchard back deep. The punt. Snap, good. Pritchard brings up. Nice kick down there, fielded by Colerain. 35's up to 40, 45, 50.
Carnes finally got him.
44, 40, or about the 46-yard line.
That was Jermaine Johnson. 2 Johnsons. Maurice wears 27, Jermaine wears 28, and they are a double threat.
The Warriors has to hit and wrap. They've had some arm tackles, and it's cost them. It cost them about 15 on that run back right there, guys. Colerain's going to be in the bone again. Wishbone means that the fullback is lined up directly behind the quarterback. 2 running backs behind him, flanked on each side. Snap, big splits in there. Give to the fullback, taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Andrew Jones got him.
Andrew Jones, and he leads the Warriors in tackles and leads them in tackles for losses also.
That was Jermaine Johnson that time. He may have gotten a half a foot.
Well, he gets a tackle out of it, Andrew Jones does, but he doesn't get a tackle for a loss out of it.
There's that quickness you were talking about Monday night, Jim, on the show.
Yes, sirree. Boy, he jumps off that block in a hurry. I'd hate to have to play across from him, trying to detain him all night. He gets off the blocks in a hurry. Of course, right now, they're spreading him out. Big slot, or big splits in the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs, got some motion, come back across, give the fullback right
Simpson.
in the middle, and quarterback keeps it out here by himself.
Good fake.
And is
Good job.
going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Stewart and Austin Pritchard ran him out of bounds over there.
He put a pretty good straight armor on Stewart, but he withheld it and it slammed him on down to the ground.
Good faking by Fitzpatrick at the time. He had me carrying the ball with the fullback.
Fitzpatrick's not very big, you know.
No, he's
only
not.
5'8", 170 pounds, but very shifty. But now it brings up a 3rd and long. Warriors, tighten up and you're going to stop them. A lot of different formations so far out of the Cardinals of Colerain. Going to come here, gives it, he's going to throw the ball flat. No, he's going to pick up running, and they nailed him down.
That was
Good
Tucker.
job.
Danny Tucker and Bryant Routhier and Jones, all 3 were converged on him.
Great defensive play by the Warriors.
That'll help their confidence back now.
Absolutely.
Good defensive stop always helps.
They ran a little play action in the backfield, but quarterback Fitzgerald was rolling to his right, going to throw, and before he had a shot, he tucked it a little bit, but immediately was tackled. So we've got punt formation, kicking from his own 40.
Oh.
High, long kick, taken down there
Stewart.
by Stewart, and he's tied up
Smothered.
on his own 13-yard line. I believe Zach Stewart would have been well if he let that go in the end zone there a little bit.
Well,
But nevertheless, he didn't have long to think about it.
It was kind of right in between, Jim. If he lets that hit and it doesn't go in, they're going to have him pinned down inside the 5.
Well, there's always a general rule, or I always felt there was a general rule. Anytime that you're standing inside the 10-yard line, you don't field the football. You let it go in the end zone. But,
That's right about where he was standing, too.
well, the Warriors need some offense now to get something rolling here. Good defensive stop that time.
High formation, got the slot to left this time, split right. Bailey and Kynes. Stewart on this side. Going to throw the screen out there and to Bailey, and he gets some yardage out of it. Boy, oh boy, Tyler Pritchard is absolutely putting that ball on the numbers.
Raby made the initial stop on that play for Colerain.
5:28 to go, first quarter action. Colerain leading. Struck on the third play from scrimmage. Long touchdown run. Ball's back, gives the tailback no right in the middle, and he gets some good action, good line block out of him, but not enough for first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 2 from their own 22-yard line.
Pretty nice straight ahead run right there.
Jason Allen was in on the stop. Well, what a contrast between where we're working now and where we were last week. You can see a scoreboard and everything, Jim.
About 30 degrees warmer, too.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, splits out
Stewart.
there to Stewart, but it's enough for the first down. They're going to give him the mark up there. I tell you, Zach Stewart is taking punishment. They've got him marked, but he should be marked because he's by far our best big play man and by far our best receiver.
James Dinkins made the stop on Zach, along with Johnson. Jermaine.
They move the sticks again. The ball's 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line. Colerain leading 7-0, 4:30 to go, first quarter action. Paul Brown Stadium. Pritchard back, gives to tailback no on a draw, and he gets about a yard or 2 out of it. And I'll tell you, our kids are going to have some dents in them. The Cardinals are absolutely punishing our running backs.
That was Andre Revels, the linebacker, that got to him that time.
Well, maybe you should say Tommy got to him first.
Got to him first, yeah. 50 was the first one to grab him, but there were others.
Well, I'm going to ask old Mother Nature up there where the sunshine's supposed to be we're supposed to get. So far, it's a cloudy, overcast day.
Hey, you can see Kentucky from here. You can't have everything.
But I can tell you the sun will shine in Lebanon, always. Pritchard back, looks to his right over here. That's just out of Johnny Carnes' hands. Coming out from his split. Just running a little up and out here to the slot and the out man there. Couldn't quite complete it.
It's going to make it 3rd and 9.
It's going to be 3rd and long, and Colerain, I'm sure, is going to be looking for the pass, and they're probably going to be looking for old number 25.
Or 81. They've been going to Ryan Bailey a lot in these situations.
Yes, indeed. Ryan Bailey has shown that he can catch that football on the sideline. There's a snap. We got the slot to the right, split left, I formation. Turns around, Pritchard looks, caught it down inside.
First
nice
down.
Pass, good look-in pass over there to
Right on the money.
Yes,
Zach
sir,
Stewart.
to Zach Stewart. Boy,
Nice
Pritchard
catch.
just took fake, little play-action fake, turned to 360 and threw a strike to number 25.
Again, like you say, Jim, that ball was right there for him.
So Lebanon has moved the ball. That's their 2nd first down of this series.
Jermaine
3rd
Johnson.
first down of the series.
Jermaine Johnson, 28, made the stop on the play.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Pritchard comes back, gives to
Lucas Howard.
Rhino outside, and he's taken down. Close to a late hit right there, but didn't get it.
Revels brought him down. That was Lucas Howard picking up about 3.
He's the speedster.
Warriors moving the ball a little bit here. And stick one in the end zone on him.
It up to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, they got a nice spot, so he picks up 4 on the play.
2nd and 6, 3 minutes, first quarter. Cardinals of Colerain leading the Warriors 7-0. Draw play right straight back.
Oh, he was bombed.
Whoa, hello.
Revels again.
Oh, that is a sudden stop. Tom, you've been calling that name a lot.
That's
How
because
big
he's Revels is he's 6 foot, 215-pound sophomore.
Oh.
And
Number 50. He has a load.
whoa. All right, Lebanon calls a timeout. Let's take a break here.
Integrity, honesty, peace of mind in buying or selling your home. Putting your family's needs first. Call Teresa Greninger Johnson at Hinkle Schuler Realtors, 934-6120. That's Teresa Greninger Johnson, 934-6120.
And with that hit from Revelson right there, he put our tailback out of the ball game. That's Ryan No. He's off to the sideline, but got his helmet off. He's up and walking. He's a tough nut, too. So we got a 3rd and about 5 situation, shotgun formation. Pritchard's back. He's going to run the ball. Got some running room.
First down.
First down, just enough for it. Evaded a tackle back there. Nice run by Tyler Pritchard.
Nick Moore made the stop on him.
Another first down. Takes it into Colerain territory for the first time. First quarter action.
Warrior fans on their feet here. They're on this side of the field we are this time. We're Got them right down here in front of us.
It's hard to tell how many folks are here right now, but in a huge stadium like this, but I'd say there's 6,000 or 7,000.
Yeah, I would think so.
And they'll keep pouring in as the day goes on. Ball's going to be kept by Pritchard here. He's knocked back after he's hit. Is that, don't tell me that's Revelson again.
That's Revels. And also number 30, that was Dominique Malone also in on that stop. 30 and number 50.
And boy, you're saying he is a sophomore?
That's what they say in the program.
Whoa. 6 foot, 215 pounds.
Keep an eye on him the next
name.
2 years.
Yes. Laying that middle linebacker tough. He looks like a little bowling ball back in there. Pritchard gets the throw out to the outside there to Carnes. Carnes takes down, gets a couple out of it. Nice reception to the left out there is going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
That was Raby and Moeller getting him out of bounds over there on the far side, right in front of the Colerain bench.
Taking it down to the Colerain 45-yard line. 1:08 to go in the first quarter. Colerain leading 7-0. Pritchard in the shotgun again. He's got trips out to the right. Long snap. Pritchard's going to take it himself.
He's got a
first down and more. Nice call by Sean Lamb, the defense or offensive coordinator.
And guess what?
That's the way to kill a defense.
Rebels didn't make the stop that time. Sean Dinkins did.
But that takes it deep into Colerain territory at the 30-yard line.
Well, the Colerain defense has showed it'll give up some points this year. They've given up a few points.
That's been our best play of the night or afternoon. 15-yard gain for Tyler Pritchard. There's a snap coming back. Got some pressure, outruns the outside out there. Keeps the ball, outruns another man out there, and is kicked out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. So it's going to bring up 2nd and short.
21's the one that got him out of bounds over there, too. James Dinkins, number 21, got Tyler out of bounds on the sideline.
Pritchard's hurt. He's got his right knee. I thought he got dinged on a play or two earlier, guys, and they're looking at the knee now.
Call timeout. Smart move. Call timeout. I think he's going to be okay. He's just bending down there. Tucking down, boy, oh boy. Let's take a little break here, but while we're taking a break, let's hope Tyler Pritchard is not hurt.
Are you on the go yet? Go Concepts is your source for high-speed internet access featuring virus and junk email filtering, online account management, and live tech support 7 days a week. Call 934-2800. That's 934-2800. Go Concept is a proud sponsor of Lebanon Warrior Athletics and the Lebanon City Schools.
Well, I tell you, you said, Steve, that was a knee. I don't think it was a knee at all. I think that he got a shot and maybe caused him to regurgitate a little bit. Just a little bit sick. If you notice, right as he went out of bounds, he took a tremendous shot, just as Ryan No did back there. So we called a timeout. So when you call timeout and a player's injured, you don't have to have him miss a play. So
he's still on the field.
He's back out there.
Exactly right. He's back out there.
He looked kind of pale over there on the side, Jim. I think you're right. I think he took one in the gut.
Well, I had just seen a play about two or three plays earlier where he was looking at that right knee, and that's what they went to. But
well, see, he's wearing a knee pad, and a lot of times you pull them up once in a while.
That could have been it.
I hope that's all there was. All right, Tyler Pritchard's swallowed these cookies back down again, and he's ready to go.
That's one way of putting it.
Well, early breakfast probably.
Yeah, perhaps.
All right, it's going to bring up 2nd and short. He's looking over the middle.
Got a problem.
Threw it away, got away with it. And
it's incomplete.
They call it incomplete.
Incomplete. Smart move, Tyler Pritchard.
He unloaded it just in time, too. Because Mr. Dinkins was on him.
Oh, that's a terrible thing to go if your stomach's a little bit upset, to have two white sets of shoulder pads stuck right in your midsection out there.
He did the right thing. Earlier in the season, Tyler might have kept that ball.
Well, that was a good place. I think we was trying to dump a long one there. They were figuring on a short one. So let's get the first down this time. We're 3rd and 2 at the 22-yard line. And
tried to sneak it. He didn't make it.
Don't think he made it.
Did not make it. All right, that's probably going to bring on the field goal crew, wouldn't it? That's going to make a 20, 30, 37, 38-yarder for Tyler Pritchard. He's got the leg to do that.
I think they'll go for it.
Terrell Bird was one of the ones in on the stop that time to keep Tyler about.
That's the end of the first quarter action. Colerain leading 7-0 over the Lebanon Warriors.
Dakin is proud to sponsor today's game. We salute the teamwork of the coaches, teachers, administrators, players, cheerleaders, parents, and friends. Together, they make the great community event a success. For insurance, depend on the Dakin team. Call Lebanon alumni Zach Burns at 932-4010 today for all your insurance needs. Dakin Insurance, your hometown independent insurance agent since 1876.
Spence Cropper, why don't you give us a rundown on the first quarter statistic?
All right, for Lebanon, Tyler Pritchard 7 for 12 for 35 yards. He's carried the ball 5 times for 32 yards. Ryan Nose carried the ball 7 times for 15 yards. No touchdowns, no penalty yards. Colerain's 0 for 1 passing. They've rushed the ball 5 times for 57 yards and 1 touchdown.
All right, that's up to date. And I tell you what, Marty, if you're listening out there, be careful. Spence is breathing down your neck.
Replaced, can't
Hey,
he?
yes, sir,
For
Marty.
today, anyway.
We found out that you can be replaced because Steve's doing a great job on the commercials, and Spence has got the stats, Marty. Hey, stay in Nevada another. Where is he?
He's in Pahrump, Nevada. He said if he was listening, he was going to try to call Steve on his cell phone.
Well, I can't hear now. I don't know if he called or not. Check my messages.
All right,
Yep.
Warriors. We need a first down bad right here. Linebackers playing kind of deep, giving to the fullback. It's going to be tight end. Yes, I think he made it.
I think
Depends
that's
on the
second
spot.
effort.
Depends on the spot exactly.
First
He's
down.
got it.
He did it.
Good effort by Ryan No.
Yes, sir. Right over the right side, that's the tailback.
Kind of a gutsy call, wasn't it? Fourth
Yes, it
down.
was. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe Coach said we don't need the field goal. We're going to go right in.
Terrell Bird was in on the stop that time again, but the Warriors have a first down inside the 20.
Coming out of the huddle, the Warriors say we're ready to go. A new set of downs. We got 4 downs right at about the 19.5-yard line. High formation. Pitcher takes a snap. He's looking. He's going to throw to his right side over there. Not much room down the middle. Just buried it in the dirt a little bit too low for Zach Stewart, who was open at the time.
Zermaine Johnson was behind Stewart, so Zach had the advantage, but he couldn't get the ball to him.
Second quarter action, 2nd and 10. We're right down on the Cardinal 20-yard line. Let's hope that this drive that started on our own 13-yard line doesn't break down. This we put together last week, an excellent drive like this against Anderson, and won the ball game for us in the second quarter.
They won the game. Neither team scored in the second half last week.
Spread offense all the way, 5 wideouts. Pritchard's looking, he's going to his right over here, and he is in a situation he can't get out of. Going to take about a 4-yard loss.
That was Bird again.
I'm not so sure whether that was a designed run or not. Tyler sort of took off immediately, looked like it was going to be a run around the right side.
Third and long.
11:15 to go. 3rd and 14 on their Cardinals 24-yard line. Lebanon comes line of scrimmage. Colerain staying in a 3-4, 4-3 defense.
Lebanon's called another timeout. Russell's Garage, located at 710 Deerfield Road in Lebanon. You can call John Russell at 932-1169. He's your independent car care expert. For those tough winter months ahead, give John a call so he can get that car in, look at your antifreeze, et cetera, et cetera. He'll take care of you. Once again, the phone number, 932-1169. People's Community Bank, with 3 offices in Warren County to serve you. 11 South Broadway, 1101 Columbus Avenue, and 5797 South State Route 48. We are your community bank. People's Community Bank is proud to sponsor the Lebanon Warriors.
Well, Lebanon burns their second time out, but I'm sure that Coach Lamb and Coach Roush understands that they got to do it right here because this is a golden opportunity for them. Don't want to scratch that. They got the ball down the 20-yard line. We need to take it in. They've set back now the 24 after the loss by Pritchard on the run to the right the last time.
What do you call here, Jim? The quick slant pass?
Yeah, they got single coverage out here on Stewart by himself. Yeah, no, not too much on that quick because you got that safety coming over, lined up right in the middle there.
That's true.
He's cheating over to this side. Pritchard's going to give it to Salih, quarterback back here to Pritchard. Look out,
Incomplete.
look
They
out,
were looking
look
for
out.
that.
Halfback pass to Pritchard was broken up.
Exceptionally active defense on Colerain.
Guys, we played that play, 2 other times this year, and I got to think Colerain might have had some film on it.
Well, whether they did or not, yes, I'm sure that they did. But, you know, they generally get 2 or 3 tapes of this, and we haven't run the throwback to quarterback for a couple weeks. So
This will be a 41-yard field goal attempt for Tyler Pritchard, which would be a career long for him.
He's got enough leg to do it. There's the snap. It's down. Pritchard takes it up.
Block.
It is blocked.
Got to get on it.
Well, that's unfortunate. Colerain come in and blocked it. They just dominated it down. We did have a nice drive. Took it down to about the 20-yard line, but boy, that sets the Lebanon Warriors down and makes the Cardinals from the far side over there in their red and white stand up and yell.
Yeah, that was a good defensive stop, good block.
Boy, they just come pouring in there from all ways.
I'll tell you, this football team they haven't gotten here by mistake. They're a good football team.
1st and 10 for the Cards on their own 47-yard line. Second quarter action, Cardinals leading.
That's
Ball
Johnson,
right up the middle.
Maurice Johnson.
Got about 7 out of it over the left side over there.
Burrows tripped him. A couple of other guys finished him off.
Well, we saw Anderson come out in the first quarter and do well and win the line of scrimmage. In the second half, we totally dominated the last playoff game. So maybe we're going to come to life here. Farm boys from Lebanon ought to be able to wake up early in the morning, be ready to go after a big breakfast. Wishbone formation. Quarterback, long count, takes a snap,
Simpson.
gives the fullback right in the middle, gets enough for the first down, and I tell you, he dives through there, doesn't he? My goodness.
No, and Burrows on the tackle.
His name is M-I-S-T-E-R, Mr. Simpson.
That's his first name.
First name. 5'11", 188. Not an overbearing, huge team from Colerain. Their linemen are big, aggressive, but their backs are not, we're not seeing that great big backfield. Colerain comes out in their wishbone again. Going to run the ball again. That's what they like to do and like to do well. Got some running room to the outside. Breaks the tackle. Gets down to the Lebanon 40... about the 43-yard line.
I tell you, that Maurice
44.
Johnson, actually at 39, but Maurice Johnson is great at breaking tackles.
I really shouldn't have trouble spotting those big numbers out in the hash marks and everything. Lord, I was 5 yards off against.
Well, that's close. The Bengals player, don't forget.
Yeah, all football fields look alike. They all got a stripe about every 5 yards. Got a boundary on each side in the goal line. 2nd and about 4. Bringing a man in motion back across. Going to give
Simpson.
the fullback. No, quarterback keeps it.
He's still got it.
Excellent fake. Got some speed down the 20,
he does.
about the 19-yard line around the right side.
Great fake.
Boy, was he motoring around to the outside. I went with a fullback.
I did too. He had me faked out.
Well, they didn't. Our cameras were not faked out. Well, maybe a little bit. But that's all right. You're not going to fake Wayne, Tom, and Connie out. Connie doesn't even need her earmuffs this week.
No, she's...
I will say last week she was good enough to give her blanket up to me.
That's right.
Oh, wimp I am. I formation. New set of downs down to 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Long count, looks. Here comes, gives the fullback, and he's got a head of steam off the left side for about 9 yards, right up the gut. Boys, we haven't seen anybody rip us in the middle of the line this year like this.
Simpson took it, and Ryan No made the stop, but he just bowled his way down to the 10.
I'm impressed with the ball handling from the quarterback,
Yeah.
Jim. He gets it to those running backs real quick, and they're through that hole.
Tell you, last time we saw a quarterback that was this good a ball handler was that kid from Chardon in the state finals that year.
2nd about 4 on the 10-yard line. Fakes the fullback, gives the tailback over there, down to...
Fumble. I think Lebanon's got it.
Again, the Warriors get a
Ryan No
big
got
break.
it, I think.
That's huge.
How about
Ryan No.
shades of last week? Exactly
Yes, it
the
was.
same thing.
That's the first thing that came to mind, Jim.
Ryan No was there to pick up the loose ball. I didn't see who caused the fumble.
Well, you got a little bit fancy. The fullback run right up there with nothing in his road, and they give the tailback on a delay a little bit. Lebanon reacted and got a big break, which is the first turnover of the ball game.
Austin Pritchard was one of the first ones to get to him, but Ryan No was the one who fell on the ball. They're showing it on the Jumbotron here. Yeah, the ball comes loose.
I think Jones knocked it loose.
I think he did. Big break for the Warriors.
Pritchard back out of the I formation, gets the no, brings it back about the line of scrimmage. No, that's Lucas. No, is that
That's
No or Lucas?
Ryan No. It's Ryan No. Number 33.
I told Doc Dankworth he should have changed my glasses for a game that you said a half a mile away. Going to bring up second and about 10 at their own 5-yard line. 7:41 to go, second quarter action. 7-0 Cardinals. Split backs. Pritchard's back in his own end zone, looking. Takes deep. We got a man down here.
Oh!
Zach Stewart was open.
My goodness, that's a brave. Tyler Pritchard from his own end zone jacked one out to the 45-yard line. He threw that ball 52 yards in the air. Zach Stewart had him beat on the left side over here.
Step and a half.
Just couldn't quite haul it in right out of his fingertips.
Zach was there. Ball just got past him.
The defender probably did
I don't
screen
think
his
so.
sight off of it just a little bit.
Third and very long now.
3rd and 10. I formation. Pritchard gives back there.
Quick
kick. Good move out of him. Ball,
Oh,
good
yeah.
bounce,
Nice
good bounce,
bounce.
good bounce. Bounce 50, 45-yard line from a quick kick out of there.
We used that last week too.
Yes, we did.
So Colerain will set up shop at their own about 44.5-yard line.
Well, we can't say they got a short field, but they got good field position starting right here.
Quick word from the Lebanon Antique Dealers and Merchants Association. They invite you to shop and dine in beautiful downtown Lebanon with over 50 antique and specialty shops of quality merchandise and several unique restaurants to serve you. Thousands of visitors from around the world can't be wrong.
Well, that break didn't turn into a touchdown, but got us out of the hole on that. Now our defense has got to tighten up and not get back like that. 1st and 10 for the Cards. Gives it to the fullback.
No, he
quarterback keeps it
Fitzpatrick.
outside by himself.
He's trapped.
looking around, got a little room. He's making something out of nothing back there. Gets 5 yards out of it.
Chris Addison got there. Jones was there. Tucker was there.
And I'll tell you what, I seen Jones in there with a big mitt trying to pry that out of there.
Big Greg Burrows over there lost his hat. That red hair come out shining all over. Might have to take a pretty good hit on a block in there. He's going to bring up 2nd and about 5 right at the 50-yard line. 6:46 to go in a playoff game. Can't say it's a championship game. Semifinals of the region. Winner gets to play the winner of the. Gives the fullback right in the middle. Guess I better stay with this a little bit.
Simpson.
Simpson right up the middle, got a 1st down.
Tackled by Burrows. Mr. Simpson.
Clock running in a hurry. This is a quick ball game, boys.
6.5 to play in the first half.
Colerain leading 7-0. Just took the ball and another 1st down into Lebanon territory now on the 42-yard line. Colerain has shown a number of formations today. There's the option.
Jermaine
out.
Johnson.
Oh, good
Yes,
block.
sir. Yep, he cuts inside, he gets more, but good block out there. That's the true triple option. And we played it just about as well as we could. They got a good block out of their wideout out there on our corner that kept us from making the tackle up short.
Lucas Howard was one of the ones over there chasing him out of bounds.
To my knowledge, them running a triple option, that's the first time they really pitched the ball going to the 3rd part of the triple option, going out the tailback.
And Ryan No was there, and Lucas Howard was the one that bumped him out.
Of course, we're playing our defensive ends really wide out on them. That'll stop that. If we can stop it in the middle on them.
Up the middle.
Up the middle, and enough for 1st down.
Maurice Johnson, tackled by Tucker.
They're pretty well running at will. We're going to have another turnover, a stop of some kind here. Ball's at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10, 5:50 to go, 2nd quarter action. Colerain leading 7-0.
You know, I grew up with a guy by the name of Maurice Johnson.
Maurice Johnson.
He played for you. His real name was Bro.
Oh, I wouldn't have known.
He'll kill me for saying that.
Oh, my goodness. He's your quarterback. Yeah, boy. Good athlete, good baseball player. Ball's the quarterback, keeps right up the middle after faking to the fullback, enough close to
Boy, he
a
just don't
1st
quit.
down.
He squirmed and scored. After he got tackled, he squirmed another 4 yards. Chris Addison was there, and so was Austin Pritchard.
I think what they're saying is They're able to block that defensive lineman outside. The play action caused them to go to the inside on the fullback, and that lets the quarterback by himself. For a measurement. Let's take a timeout for a commercial.
The decision to buy or sell a home is one of the toughest. Get a professional who will work smart for you and listen to your needs and get to the latest technology and to give yourself every advantage. Call Skip Young at Hinkle Schuler, 932-6070.
Well, it's going to be close because we couldn't even see. The official only held one hand up. Kerry Collins, a very colorful coach for the Cardinals. Not short on words and not short to talk. If you'd ask him, he's absolutely got a state champion out here. Nothing short of.
Kerry Combs played, I think, his college ball at Dayton.
UD. Second and real short.
They
gives
stopped
the tailback on the backside over there.
No,
Yep.
That's Jermaine.
Yes, sirree.
Jermaine Johnson got it. Carnes stopped him.
I went for the fake that time, guys.
Well, our kids are taking the bite on that first fake in there, and they're going to have to find out that the quarterback's good enough. He sticks that ball in there and then pulls it out, sticks her under the numbers, right under the elbow. That makes the linebacker just freeze right there. Then he pulls it out. By the time they freeze, then they knew what to do, and they're going.
You know, there's a guy out there today, we haven't mentioned his name yet, but David Addison's back in the Warrior defense today. First time since he suffered an injury.
1st and 10, down on the 12-yard line of the Warriors, and
right in jump, Jim.
And that is the first penalty of the game, Spence says.
That's another reason why it's going so quickly. 4:49, second quarter, 7-0 Colerain.
Well, it'd be good if we can go in here with only just one score.
Yep.
From my notebook, though, there's no moral victories. You win or you lose. Don't care if you get beat 7-6 or 100-0. It's still a W and an L. Look at the line splits. Look at the line splits, huh? That tackle split out 3 yards from the guards in there. Long count. Tailback. The quarterback keeps it. Tell you what, Lebanon is doing a great job of bottling them up.
No, and Jones and David Addison on the stop that time.
Jim, with those line splits right there, what can you do? Can you move a linebacker up there and stop
well,
it any better?
what it does, your lineman has more of a chance to jump off. Remember, we have an injury on the field right now, but we'll talk about these line splits when we come back.
Whether you choose a new Pontiac, Buick, Oldsmobile, or GMC truck, or one of the many GM certified used cars, Bill DeLord has the right car at the right price right now. Call us at 1-800-686-3322. Bill DeLord, dedicated to your complete satisfaction today and down the road.
It's the quarterback that's down, Eric Fitzpatrick. And they're working on his right leg, it looks like.
Hate to see anyone down like that. We're talking about line splits. Colerain is coming up with huge line splits. Remember, when you're running a triple option, that helps you and it hurts you. Whenever the line splits are wide, when you try to get the corner, you got farther to go before you turn up. Plus, that sets him your defense. It helps you running down inside because your normal help from your defensive tackles can't get
out
there as quickly because they're spread out. At the same token, down inside, your defensive men are spread out a little bit too. But still, your linebackers has a better shot at it.
Well, on the Jumbotron, they're showing a picture of young Mr. Fitzpatrick, and he appears to be hurting down there.
Well, let's hope that it's nothing serious.
They're working on his right knee. I sure have a bad thing for knees. He's going to get up now.
Let's see if he didn't get bent backwards, maybe.
Yeah, I think he did, boy. The Warrior wall absolutely took him back.
Yeah, look at that knee.
Yep.
Buckled under him. Yep. That's what it was.
Oh, walking off, not even a limp. Well, let's hope he's not hurt serious. Of course, I wouldn't care if he didn't play anymore, but I hope he's not hurt.
I got a feeling that he'll go out for one play.
He ran into one of his own linemen at the start of that play, and then he just got bent backwards over about 2 defenders.
So we'll see how good their backup quarterback is now.
Get a number on him here, see who he is.
Is it number 3?
I think it's number 13. And that is Dominic Goodman, 6'2", 170-pound sophomore.
Sophomore coming in the ball game.
Goodman,
Well,
number 13.
I would imagine you're going to see the running backs carry. Whoa! Gets a pitch sweep right away on him. Ducks down inside.
Good tackle.
Nice
Great
tackle.
tackle.
Oh,
Carnes.
good tackle. Johnny Carnes.
Carnes really knocked the
Boy,
bottom
was
out
that
of that.
textbook. Wow.
And he either ties his shoestrings together or looks at the scoreboard,
That's
one
right.
of the two.
That's a do or die tackle right there.
Jermaine Johnson was the ball carrier, and Johnny Carnes just does a super
Oh,
job.
beautiful.
Nice tackle by Johnny Carnes.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 14 for the Cards. They got trips to the right over here. Quarterback back by himself, looking. Gets tripped up. Intercepted. A lot of running room over here, and it's taken down. Tyler Pritchard. Another
Look here.
What?
Number 35 just threw a Lebanon player out of bounds. Nobody threw a flag.
Tyler Pritchard intercepted at the goal line. Brought it back up to about the...
Well, in defense of the quarterback, he gets stuck right as he's throwing.
Absolutely did. He took a good stick. Mr. Simpson right down here threw a Lebanon player out of bounds right in front of the officials. They didn't throw a flag, Jim. I can't believe it.
Wow. Well, Lebanon takes the ball. Another
Well
big
after the
stop.
whistle.
Another big stop for the Warrior defense.
That was a big defensive turnover for the Warriors.
3-12.
31st interception of the year.
Second quarter action. Cardinals leading 7-0, but the Warriors have put 2 big stops deep in there. And
Lucas Howard.
Lucas Howard is stopped for about a loss of 2.
That was Dinkins in on the stop.
Who got the shot on the quarterback, guys?
Didn't get to see that.
Yeah, I got so excited over seeing the Simpson throw the Lebanon player out of bounds. I forgot who made the stick, but it was a good one.
Going to bring up 2nd and 12.
I think it was Jones.
Warrior 13-yard line.
I think it was-
2:44.
Excuse me, I think it was Andrew who had a hold of the quarterback.
Pritchard right straight back. He's running, gets rid of it. Got a screen play over there, and
It's going to be close.
boy.
It's about a yard
line of
gain.
scrimmage.
Yep.
It's going to be 3rd and long.
Play set up nice. Pritchard did a nice job of baiting the defensive lineman.
Well, their defense reads well, though.
Yeah,
don't
they're just a very well coached football team.
They react well to the pass. They smother the run.
You know, our kids talk about we know exactly what to do. Well, they're playing a team that knows exactly what to do
That's
too.
right.
I formation, 3rd and 9 from their own 16-yard line. Got some running room to the outside out here. Up to not enough for a first down. Kicked out of bounds over here.
No took on James Dinkins head on. Got it out to about the 20.
Ryan No gets up a little bit slow. Says there's a couple dents in him, but buddy, I'm not flattened.
Ball's at the 19. Ryan just lowers his head here and goes right after him.
4th and 6. Ball's the 19-yard line. Pritchard will be back to punt. It's his second punt of the game. We've had 2 punts, but one was a quick kick.
Maurice Johnson's deep for Colerain. Single deep man.
They're not coming after it. Low end over end kick.
Good
And
coverage.
down about the stops right on the 42-yard line.
Bergemeyer
So
covered
that's
it.
about the same place that Colerain took off the last time with their last drive.
Yeah, just about.
All of us at LCMB have always admired the teamwork put forth by the coaches, teachers, administrators, players, cheerleaders, parents, and friends, and the success that it brings our schools and community. We're proud to help support this event as we have for many, many years. Put LCMB financial team to work for you today to help you succeed. Call Lebanon Hometown Bank LCMB today at 932-1414.
1st and 10, the Cards on their own 42-yard line. They're leading 7-0 in the ball game. Ball's
Simpson.
given to Mr. Simpson right up the middle.
Routhier got him. They still got the sophomore quarterback in there.
Yeah, I just noticed that, Tom.
Goodman is still in there, so Fitzpatrick is on the sideline being tended to over there.
2nd and 5. Ball's on the 47-yard line. 1:27 to go. Second quarter action. Colerain leading the Lebanon Warriors 7-0. Excellent football game so far, men.
Yes, it is.
Ball snap. Faking outside here. Quarterback's got a little running room. He's running, gets some juking, gets enough for the first down.
David Addison got him. Not before
Glad to see David Addison back in formation, ready to play. Had that torn groin muscle 4 weeks ago. Has missed a lot of playing time.
Up at Miamisburg that night.
But I tell you, he didn't miss any because he's taken off right where he left off when he was healthy. Clock running, 54 seconds to go. First down on the 11's 47-yard line now. Quarterback keeps the ball himself. Got a little running room. Got some running room. Takes it down into the inside the 30 to about the 29. Well, they're going to spot it right on the 30-yard line.
Austin Pritchard made the initial stop.
43 seconds to go. Colerain with 2 timeouts left. They've only burned 1.
And they have
start the clock.
They have a good field goal kicker too. I watched him pregame. He can go from 45 in.
Moving the chains. Colerain calls a timeout right there. Smart move so for them to get organized. Hope the Warriors put up a stop. Let's take a break with Steven.
Minuteman Press is the place for all your printing needs. If it's ink on paper, Minuteman Press can get it done. Free pickup and delivery as well as friendly and knowledgeable staff. Stop by 101 Dave Avenue, 1 block behind McDonald's, or call 932-4222. And Software Solutions, or SSI, located on Main Street in Lebanon, serves over 200 government entities in Ohio, including Lebanon, Franklin, Monroe, Trenton, Waynesville, Blanchester, Deerfield Township, Westchester Township, and Western Water. For more information, give them a call at 932-6667.
I think they talked to Colerain's coach over there a little bit. He's getting a little aggressive out on the field, and I think the official said, now, Kerry, you're allowed to be on the sidelines, but you can't be on the field over here. And, of course, that's easy to do, and I see Coach Broush does that a lot too. But, you get in the game, and really you're not hurting a daggone thing. You're 30 yards from any of the play out there.
Now you're speaking as a coach or as an announcer now?
I'm speaking as a coach.
Okay.
As a coach. First and 10, ball's right at the 29-yard line for the Cardinals in Lebanon territory. 43 seconds to go, Cardinals leading 7-0. Snap, direct snap, he's coming over, the quarterback's rolling right in the middle, complete, and boom! He makes a completion close to the first down, but he takes a shot, and I mean a shot, from Austin or Tyler Pritchard
that time. Tyler got him pretty good. They're in field goal range now.
I don't think they're thinking field goal. I think they're
Probably
thinking
not.
bigger than that.
Well, they're down to 25 seconds.
Quarterback's looking back in.
Get him.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And a hold.
Yes, and a hold.
Hold back in the backfield.
That might just take him out of field goal range.
That'll be close.
Yes, it surely will. Another big play. 18 seconds to go. Situation is they had a first and 10 or second and 1 on the 20-yard line, but they have a hold on. I tell you, have we dodged a bullet? Have we got some breaks in the
3
first half?
bullets today.
Whoa, big ones, big ones, big ones. Whatever it takes.
I thought I saw number 55 around that penalty flag, Tom.
Well, anyway, they're moving them back to the 35-yard line, so that's definitely out of field goal range. They've only got, the clock is running, 15 seconds to play.
Well, they're not even going to attempt the field goal?
Too far back.
They're taking their time getting to the line.
It's going to be the last play. Now they've told
delay
it
of
with 3
game.
seconds.
Delay of game.
I would imagine that Coach
Timeout.
Combs wanted that so that, if they don't make it, there's nothing left. Probably throw a long Hail Mary in the end zone.
Very likely.
Guys, just to remind everybody, today's game is brought to you by Hinkle Schuler Realtors, your hometown team in real estate, by LCNB and Dakin Insurance, teaming up to accomplish more. John Russell's Garage, your independent car care expert, by Minuteman Press, Lebanon's award-winning printer, and People's Community Bank. We want to be your bank.
I say that this could be a record for the Warriors and the city of Lebanon for people being in Cincinnati at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Probably.
Most of them's here 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and there must have been, a couple thousand down here by Gametown.
By 9:15, we rolled into that parking lot, and we could have had, if anybody had brought any food, we could have had a great tailgate
Man,
party.
I'd just like to have a sniff, a cup of coffee. Couldn't even get that.
We're up here where there's no coffee today, guys.
or anything else.
Hey, don't complain. It's warm.
No, and it's
warm,
nice. It's
and there's some hash marks.
Hey, talk about a field goal. Talk about a field goal.
52-yard
How about
field
I
goal.
think they're going to fake?
Now, no. Now you know why they milked the clock down.
52-yard field goal attempt.
Well, we'll find out.
Well, his kickoffs have been long.
No pressure.
Not
Going to
enough.
be short.
Not enough. Close, but no cadoce.
Pick it up and run it.
That's the end of the first half. And the score is Colerain 7, Lebanon nothing.
As both teams start to clear the field for the halftime. So, looks like they all come in through the same tunnel over here, and as they're coming through, and all of them are, I'd like to know who that young warrior is over there, that all of them are giving a high five over there.
Well, we
get it?
saw him down at
Yes,
Anderson
we
last
did.
week, Jim, and he's there before they come out, and now he's doing it at halftime, and
Yes,
they all go
sirree.
by and slap his hand.
Yes, sir. Coaches and all. I will have to find out who that is. And, of course, then after the Warriors entered the tunnel, why, the Cardinals come down and enter. And it's going to be the Colerain band on first here at halftime. Talk about first half a little bit. Spence, when he gets the stats all figured out here, why, we'll come up with that. But we've got 20 minutes here, Tommy, and we're just going to talk some football and playoff situation. We're going to talk about how teams got here and number of computer points and so on and so forth.
Well, let's talk about a couple of games that were played last night of local interest. Of course, Edgewood, the champion of the MML South, went to Fairfield last night and were beaten pretty good by a very good Kings team, 36-19. And Kings moves on now. They'll play Dayton Chaminade Julienne in the regional finals next Friday. And I would imagine that game probably played at Welcome. They haven't assigned anything yet, but
Well, they haven't assigned it, but it may not because of the Chaminade being right there in town.
That's true.
They might not allow them to do that, but who knows what they'll do. Last night they took teams that there were some pretty nice stadiums open last night, and they took them over to Fairfield. Fairfield's not a bad stadium, but you know, when they're talking about class, trying to find the best facility for two teams to play in, I question the OHSAA a little bit. I hope they're not listening to me right now. They might frown on that a little bit, but Princeton would have been an awful nice stadium. Was Barnett's filled last night?
I don't know if Barnett's was used last night or not. I don't believe so.
Barnett's is a great place to watch a football game.
And also, people remember John Reed, former Lebanon coach. His Coldwater team was beaten last night in the semifinals by Reading
Yes,
in a high-scoring game.
Yes, sir. And they were down on the 7-yard line right when time ran out on them. Down on Reading's 7-yard line, which would have been the points in order for them to land. Spence, back here in the back, you got the first half stats for us?
Yes, sir, Jim. Tyler Pritchard for Lebanon was 8 for 15 for a total of 37 yards passing. He ran the ball 6 times for 28 yards. Ryan No carried the ball for Lebanon 10 times for a total of 19 yards. And Lucas Howard got the ball once for -2 yards. Lebanon total run for the first half, 45 yards, and total pass, 37 yards. No touchdowns, no penalties. Now for Colerain, they were 1 for 3 passing for a total of 9 yards. Ran the ball 21 times for 179 yards. No, 1 touchdown, 2 turnovers, 1 interception, 1 fumble, and 2 penalties. They cost them 15 yards.
That's pretty thorough. Marty, you're in trouble.
It's like you said, Jim, that we dodged a couple of big bullets there. The fumble down deep inside the 5 gave us the ball. Of course, the interception at the 3-yard line by Tyler Pritchard. But I tell you, the Warrior defense has held a team that's averaging 38 points a game to 1 touchdown in half a ball game. That's a pretty good piece of work.
I think that the first half we played just about as well as we could defensively.
I think so.
Offensively, we played pretty well, but you know what we didn't get? We didn't get the big play. Our biggest play was a 15-yard run, I think, by Tyler Pritchard. And normally we'll get at least 1 big play in each half of every ball game that we've played. Except the Mason, second half of the Mason game, we didn't get that big play.
You know, last night we went over, Jim and myself, and watched the Kings game against Edgewood, and at halftime, Tyler Pritchard's dad came down, and we had a conversation. Of course, us old guys, we play the game out, how it's going to go, right? We weren't even close to this. 7-0 here at halftime.
Not at all. Hey.
But we've gotten the breaks that we needed. We've kind of lulled them to sleep. We're still in this game. That's Lebanon's,
absolutely.
That's Lebanon's game,
Absolutely
guys.
still in the ball game. It's in the hopper, and we'll see. We've been able in the second half to outscore our opponents probably, 75% of the time, Tommy?
Pretty much, but we like I say, there's only been 2 games this year where we have scored more than once in the second half. And that was the first 2 games of the season. We scored 14 in the second half, or 12 in the second half against Mason. We scored 14 in the second half against Beaver Creek, and we have not scored 2 touchdowns in any second half since then.
But qualify that. Look what the scores was at halftime. Look at the results that we had. Where were we at halftime? You know, when you're ahead 23, 28, 31, 34, 34, you're not going to burn anybody and want to score that many in the second half. So I'll take the coach's stand on that situation right there. Not that we couldn't have. I think that we could have scored a lot more in the second half than we did.
Oh, especially Stebbins' game. We could have scored 5 more touchdowns.
I think he took all the starters out by the end of the third quarter, as I recall that night.
Yeah. But then again, the defense has played just as well in the second half. So last Saturday night down at Anderson, we held a very high-scoring team, scoreless in the second half. And they've shown they can stop these guys. They know what their strengths are going to be. They know that the Johnson boys are going to be running at you, and Mr. Simpson's going to be coming up the middle. And if the quarterback, Fitzpatrick, comes back for the second half, that'll add some more polish. But this sophomore is not nearly as polished as Fitzpatrick, and you wouldn't expect him to be.
Well, they ran the ball 21 times in the first half. But everything that I saw and read about Colerain, they said they're a wishbone triple option football team. I saw them, I thinking, well, we're going to come out, we're going to see the wishbone formation probably 75% of the time. We saw the wishbone formation about 6 or 7 times.
6 or 7
now, they
times.
ran the ball a lot, but not nearly that much. And as far as running the triple option, they only took the pitch to the third part of the option 2 times in the ball game.
Well, one time was when they fumbled, too, up the middle. That was the third option on that play.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting how the Warrior program has progressed, and now that we've gone to Division I, last Saturday night was a breakthrough for Lebanon football, winning that first D1 game against Anderson on Anderson's field. It was a breakthrough. Now here we are playing in a professional venue, Paul Brown Stadium. Our opener next year will be played at Nippert Stadium, University of Cincinnati's Nippert Stadium, against Harrison as part of the Skyline Kickoff Classic. So we're getting into upper levels of football in the football program here at Lebanon, and it's an encouraging thing to see. Just in case you're wondering, next season our schedule changes somewhat. We open the season with Harrison. We don't play Beaver Creek anymore. We don't play Mason anymore. We got Harrison on the 23rd of August at Nippert Stadium. The time has not been announced yet. That may be an afternoon game. We're not sure. We follow that with a game at West Carrollton. We drop Beaver Creek. We add West Carrollton. Then we play at Talawanda. And we don't come home until week 4, September 12th, and we play Monroe. And this will be the first time since 1996 that we've played Monroe. Then we go 2 more road games at Franklin. And then we begin our conference play. We go to Stebbins in week 6. Then the 3 out of the last 4 games will be played at Lebanon. Carroll and Miamisburg come in back-to-back on October 3rd, October 10th. We play at Springboro in week 9, and then Fairborn will be our closing game of the 2003 season, and that'll be at home on the 24th of October.
Lebanon only has 4 home games next year, Tom.
4 home
when
games.
was the last time that ever happened?
Well, it's happened. There's been a couple times.
Well, there's your homework assignment.
Well, I can get that done. That's no problem. But 4 home games. Of course, the opener being played at Nippert. That's neutral site. So
we were kidding with Tom on the way down here. There's not very many times when we find out Tom's made a mistake, but we told him we're going to start checking him, and he said, "That's all right." He said, "Ty Vandegrift tried and he lost."
Yeah, bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Ty, if you're listening, no hard feelings.
He says, Dad, I think I got Mac on one, but he was wrong, so we won't even talk any further about that. And I'm sure Ty will not question Miss McRoberts again.
We don't very often.
The pregame is something else interesting. We've never lost in a stadium named after Paul Brown.
That's right.
The only other time we played in Paul Brown Stadium was the one in Massillon. We won a state championship. And we're not beat here yet either, guys.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I think that night, it brings back so many memories, but the one that I think I'll always remember is that my wife is a Little Miami high school graduate. Let's not hold that against her. She couldn't even talk by halftime. She was so excited.
Yeah, that kind of thing, boy, excites anybody. What a wonderful night. We went up there, December 6th, something like that.
And the weather was just like this.
The weather, warmer than this.
Might even been warmer than this.
Shirt-sleeve weather. Absolutely shirt-sleeve weather. You know, somebody that does a lot of work, not only do you see them down here in front putting on their show, leading the cheers and so on, but the cheerleaders, and I'm not so sure that they get near the recognition that they should, because these girls, and for years they've done this. They fix up the lockers. They decorate the school halls. They're ahead of all the spirit and so on.
They
At
come
pep
downtown
rallies,
and decorate.
yeah, and they just do a ton of things. And that group this year, their cheerleaders are led by, let me make sure I get the right name here on this. Okay, well, I'll give the cheerleaders' names. How's that? Claire Bohr, Rachel Clark, Heather Dobemeyer, Lindsay Fennon, Hattie Forge, Ashley Green, Megan Hawley, Nikki Kettlehake, Haley Pickman, Crystal Kaufman, Brittany Scogan, Brittany Strickland, Bethany Landis is the advisor. And it's amazing the work, and I know Carol Ayler, who resigned this year, back to Shelby Stanfield years ago, cheerleading advisors. I tell you what, that is just hours and hours and hours, not only at game time, decoration. Now they're also involved in competition all the time. Talking about competition, we've got a showmanship band right down there in front of us right now, has got excellent marks time after time at the competitions that they go to. Here they are on the field at Paul Brown Stadium giving a great halftime show for us.
Well, they got the cameras on them. Maybe we can, while we're talking, they can get pictures of these people performing out here.
Boy, Tom Deagle, you're doing a great job. You're right down there in somebody's face, I'm sure.
Well, if you're Coach Combs, what are you telling your players right now, Jim?
Coach Combs is probably far more upset than Coach Broush is, because Coach Broush has been an opportunist so far, especially defensively. Coach Combs was an opportunist really on one play, and that was the long run in the early in the game.
Mr. Fitzpatrick is walking back on the field here. He's still favoring that right leg, but I think they're going to let him throw a few balls to see how it feels. But he's out there. He's not out of uniform.
Well, in talking a little more about it, I'd say that Kerry Combs is probably just viciously upset right now with his ball team. Yes, I know that they're winning 7-0, but remember, they've stepped their toe 3 times, and they absolutely don't want to do things like that. That's not the way they got here.
I'm sure that Combs has told his team, too, that Lebanon's not the kind of team that you can make a lot of mistakes against, because they're going to take advantage of them. Look, what's our 31 interceptions we've had this year now? What's a 10 or 11 fumble recoveries? We take the ball away from people and use it to our advantage. I know they had to be aware of that when they came in against us.
Well, and the fumble, too, was so reminiscent of last week, right down there inside, well, close to the goal line, when Andrew Jones, I believe, stripped it, and we got on it. It was almost the identical play.
I've heard over the years how lucky Lebanon football is. But you know what the definition of luck is? When preparation meets opportunity.
That's right.
And sometimes I think that that's what's happening down here. So many times they've taken it right down, ready to pounce on us. Anderson last week, right down, ready to take the game away from us. Boom, we popped the fumble, jumped on it right there, killed another. Saw this in this playoff game right here. That could be some good omens for us in the second half.
Well, you talk about our defensive team. Look at spring with the game with Miamisburg. They scored quick on us early. They scored twice on us early, and that was all they got. Last week, Anderson got one big play. That was all they got. Today, if we can keep that one touchdown run, keep that under wraps, and get a couple of scores, you know, our defense has kept us in these ball games all season long. We don't have a powerful offense like we've had in the past. We're not scoring as many points. We average 22 points a game in the regular season. That's not a lot of scoring. But to go 9-1 with averaging 22 a game, that's incredible.
Well, our quarterback from Colerain just went through a few running exercises out there, Tommy, and he's limping pretty good as he's going back off.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to be questionable for the second half.
Questionable at best.
He's walking pretty gimpily on that right leg. You don't like to see that, even if, you know, he is a good quarterback, and their offense won't be the same without him, because that the sophomore
doesn't bother Jim any.
Well, I mean, I'll be pleased if he's not able to play against us.
That's what we mean. We don't.
But I don't want the young man to be hurt, because I've been walking on bad knees since I was 15 years old, and I certainly wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Well, he's rather ginger on him right now.
I think that's why they brought him out early to cat test him. Now, if I wouldn't be surprised if one of those 3 young men standing down there would be our number 13.
Folks, you've just seen a precision band formation and perform on the field like tonight. They just
Dave under the direction of Dave Ionelli. What
Yes,
a job
sir.
Dave does.
And who was it last year? Somebody said his band playbook was bigger than the football playbook.
Well, Marty and I have seen the band playbook. It is bigger than the football book. Marty and I also heard Ionelli chew him out at halftime one time. And that was hotter than anything you ever did to your teams at Vandergrift, I'll tell you that. Well, they're out there warming up a couple of young men, and I think one of them is number 13. And that's young Mr. Dominic Goodman. He's a sophomore quarterback. And you got to know a kid that's sophomore. Probably hasn't played a lot this year, although they've won some games pretty one-sided. But it's got to be nerve time for a young sophomore quarterback.
You guys talking about getting chewed out at halftime and stuff. And back in the late 60s or middle 60s when I was just a young kid, our favorite thing to do at halftime was to go over to the Lebanon Warriors locker room down there at the old high school.
Down that basement over there.
And listen to Don McKenzie just go crazy. We put our ears up against those old glass windows, remember?
Yeah.
And you could hear pretty well. And there was usually a couple of holes in the windows, too, that you could really hear well. But that was our big thing. We'd sneak over there at halftime.
Well, the hottest halftime talks I ever sat in on were the ones when Tay Baker was basketball coach at Lebanon. My freshman year in high school was Baker's last year at Lebanon. And not only was the football coach, he was also the basketball coach, and he could get it pretty hot, pretty heated up in there at halftime. I remember the very last game of Tay Baker's career at Lebanon. We played Dayton Stivers in the old University of Dayton Fieldhouse. The final score was 71-40, so that'll give you an idea how hot Baker was at halftime. He was not happy, and I still remember that chewing out. The guys that play for him still remember it too.
The big redhead could chew some people.
Yeah,
out.
Ron
I
Holtry.
can remember one of his. Now, this wasn't halftime. We had a decent week of practice, but it wasn't quite as good as Ron had hoped before the Franklin game one year. So on Thursday after our walkthrough, he took us into a classroom, and he proceeded to just start screaming that we have messed around all week, and he didn't think we were ready for this game. And for what reason, I'll never figure this out, Ronnie Haven muttered, "Coach, they're not going to beat us." And that just made Holtry go crazier. And we went out that night and beat Franklin like 99-40 something. At that time,
95-58,
yep,
actually.
It set a record.
That was the night you had your career high. That's what you're trying to get me to say, Eric.
No, it wasn't. I forgot that, but thanks for it anyway.
That was the night Herrick had his career high.
Ronnie Haven says, "Coach, they're not going to beat us," and
And
then
they
he
didn't.
really unleashed on us.
But Franklin did not have a good team that year.
They didn't.
Where's that sunshine, boys? We're talking about sunshine.
Well, you can see
Waiting on it
Kentucky.
all
That's
day.
yeah,
No,
like I say,
that's just the lights came on, Jim. There's no sun.
you can see Kentucky, Jim. You can have everything.
That's
By the
right.
way, basketball season starts 3 weeks from today
Hard to believe.
at the Centos Center, Xavier University, Centos Center, against Hamilton Baden, and the starting time is going to be 3 p.m. It's an afternoon game to start the season, and the girls start that same day, play Dayton Colonel White.
Is
So-
that part of a feature of
well,
games down there? Or just
Our
a
game
single?
is, yes. It's, I think, a 6-game format they have on the opening day, and the girls open the season the same day. So we'll be doing round ball here before too much longer. Well, they got their field goal kicker out on the field warming up.
Well, I tell you what, he's popping it through from long ways out there.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
they're
he wasn't
figuring-
going to pop that 52. That might have been just outside of his reach.
Well, he's kind of got the crowd watching him because there's no one else out on the field right now. He just hit the upright from, 24, 30, 44 yards.
I'm not so
34
sure that I've ever seen this. At halftime, the field goal kicker come out and kick. I don't think I've ever seen
Well,
it.
maybe they figure it's going to be a field goal is going to win this game for him. If you know the way our defense has played them, they're not getting a lot of touchdowns. That one there's way wide, right? But here comes Colerain back out on the field. The Warriors will be coming out probably right after they do. We got another half of football to play. 7-0 here at halftime.
I see Scott Hayes from our Lebanon Western Star down on the
Yes.
sidelines. Scott
Ron
was
Jackson.
also over at Fairfield last night covering the Kings Edgewood game.
Ron Jackson, our Lebanon connection to the Dayton Daily News, is sitting down in the writer's box down there. I gave him a stat before the game. We've never lost in Week 12. Lebanon, this is the fourth time we've had a Week 12 on our schedule. We've never got beaten in Week 12. Lebanon has never won one playoff game and then lost the second one. Hope to change that tonight.
Tom, right down there at the other entrance, there's a bunch of the Bengal players who are probably getting ready to fly out today down there giving autographs to the Lebanon cheerleaders.
Well, I won't say anything.
I would.
Don't get me to say anything. I feel about the Bengals about like I do about referees.
Well, being a Browns fan, I wouldn't have any need for one.
Well, I'm just surprised that many of them can learn how to write.
You guys are a bunch of front runners.
Front runners.
You got to stay with the team when they're down.
When you got a city
They'll
suing
be
the team
back.
for not
And
winning.
I want to tell you something right now. As soon as they start winning, you guys have jumped right back on the bandwagon.
No, I won't.
You got a city that's suing the team for not winning. Tell me about how good they are.
Well, this year. It's just maybe this year. Well, maybe a decade. Well,
Yeah. Let's go back about 10 more. Well, anyway, the Bengals play out of town this week. That's why we're here. One of the reasons we're here. Now he's kicking them from almost 50 yards. The place kicker. He's out at the.
Well, I tell you what. Let's just hope that the Warriors put together the same defensive format that they put together in the first half and let the offense get a couple of those big plays, and we're going to be talking on this thing next week.
The defense will get an early test because Colerain will receive to start the third quarter.
Be a humdinger here later on today at 2 o'clock. The Elder Panthers and the Wayne Warriors take off.
Elder will win by 3.
Hey, Tommy,
Touchdowns.
Marty said he was going to listen from out in Nevada today, and you said there were some other people around the country.
Yeah, Russ Young, Hippo Young out in Downey, California, I think is tuning in this morning. Emmett Wilson, my buddy down in Kansas City, is listening. I got another friend I talked to on the phone the other night, Don Reagan, lives in Millbank, South Dakota. Says he's going to listen to the game just to see how it goes.
Well, and I called my mom, Marge Herrick, down in Sun City Center just before the game, and she was going into the computer to turn it on, so I know she's listening. So, Mom, if you can hear us, hope everything's well. You've been feeling well of late, and it won't be much longer before I'll see you down there.
Marty's got about 8 or 10 friends scattered all over the country that always listen and email him first thing on Monday mornings to comment on it.
I would venture to say there's a lot more people out there than we think that that are Warrior fans that listen from different states and out.
Ty's probably listening today, surely, isn't he?
Oh, I suppose, but I don't know. They've got so many things going on with the
family and stuff.
Kids. Look at that. That touchdown run. Buddy, he was almost down just several times.
Talking to the Jumbotron they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just watching on the Jumbotron. So, what do we got to do in the second half?
Well, we need to outscore them.
We got to outscore them by 7 points.
By 8 points.
Get 8.
One would be fine with me, guys.
We need 8 to outscore them by.
Yeah, outscore them by 8. I'll settle for 8 points in the second half and hold them scoreless.
Well, if we score, we're going to go for 1 or go for the win.
Go for 2. If it's early, go for 2.
No,
early,
absolutely
go for 2.
not.
Yeah, early, go for 2. I want to get out of here.
Nope, not me. Not me.
Well,
there's up on the Jumbotron was Tyler Pritchard's interception. So they've covered all the big plays there in the first half.
The Warriors have played a good first half. They need to get the ball across the goal line. We got the ball inside the 20 once, but a couple of plays misfired down there, and we weren't able to score.
We had a great 60-yard drive. It just broke down right on the 20-yard line, but that was reminiscent of what we did to Anderson in the second quarter last week.
You know what was funny about that? That play broke down right at the end of the quarter, and it seemed like we couldn't get the momentum going the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're about ready to get the second half going. About a minute and 15 seconds more of
They'll get a shot of the
warm-ups.
Big board up there right now. Hamilton County, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the staff, Paul Brown Stadium welcomes the Ohio High School Athletic Association. So the teams are coming to the side right now. Colerain leading 7-0 at halftime.
I tell you,
Great halftime show.
I have not seen their stats, but it'd be a while since they've scored only 7 points in half a ball game. Steve, who's going to do the second half for us?
Just want to remind everybody that today's game is brought to you by Hinkle Schuler Realtors, your hometown team in real estate. Also, LCNB and Dakin Insurance, teaming up to accomplish more. John Russell's Garage, your independent car care expert. And by Minuteman Press, Lebanon's award-winning printer, and People's Community Bank. We want to be your bank.
I wanted to share a non-football story real quickly here. I was last Sunday. I was down at the Mount Healthy Nursing Home, and one of the men in our brotherhood, the Church of Christ, Brother Orrin Root, is 97 years old. He still is an active writer for Sunday school lessons. And I met him. I said, Brother Root, I would like to know half of what you've forgotten. And he said, so would I.
That's a great comeback.
That was a great line. Oh, he's sharp as a tack. He's still writing standard Sunday school lessons. He's been doing it for 60 years.
Well, Colerain's going to get the football right off the bat.
Johnson boys are deep.
Somebody that we haven't talked much about, and that is our offensive line today. We got the two tackles in Yetter and Snap. They're just about as good as they can. We got the center down in there with Kenny Mellick, and we got Ryan Oster, long snaps in there. Eric Dixon played an awful lot of guard and center this year. Ron Magg plays a lot for him, and Greg Burrows playing a lot of offensive guard for us. So all of those people in there, we got to say, hey, it's a situation to where we absolutely salute those guys down in the trenches.
Well, the kickoff was short to a
really short.
up man named Dominique Wilkins. He made the reception, took it out of bounds at about the 38, so they got decent field position to start here.
Dominique Wilkins. Huh?
Lee Dominique.
Okay.
I held that up a little bit by those, but I like those offensive linemen. Got to get those names in there.
The quarterback is back. Fitzpatrick is behind center.
He is, and he's not even gimping. Got about 6 or 7 of that. Right off the left side right there. Handed that fullback again.
I tell you, he's 4 yards past before anybody's touching him.
Yeah. They're winning the line of scrimmage so far. They meaning Colerain's offensive line.
That was Jermaine Johnson that time, the ball carrier.
Our kids are giving them shots in there all the way, but we just can't quite hang on.
Another turnover would be nice.
We talk about a lot of arm tackles. You know what hurts or what makes a lot of arm tackles? A good running back.
A good running back.
Yes, indeed.
Well, they proved that on that touchdown run.
They're split out, spread formation out here. Got motion coming across. Partial fumble right there. Quarterback, can you believe he's carrying the football with a bad knee? Can you believe he's carrying the football with a bad knee?
He got a first down, too. Ryan Smith made the stop.
That makes you think some of that limping at halftime might have been all for a little Jimmy Brown show.
I just wondered about that. He's running better now than he did before he got hurt. No limping at all. He went over there in the corner and looked like he was gimpy and just running.
That was Jimmy Brown's favorite trick.
Wow, and then come out here and run like a millionaire. So right on the 50-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Give again. You got the pitch out here. Pick it up and go.
Got it.
I think Andrew Jones picked it up.
I think we got another big break. Big break for the Warriors.
A fumble in the
Big break
backfield.
for the Warriors.
73.
That's Danny Tucker.
That's Danny Tucker, I think, got it.
The guys call him Danimal.
Danimal, that's right.
Danimal. Big Dan Tucker.
Well, nobody caused the fumble. It was just a bad pitch back there. They're wrestling around out there. That's what happens when you run that triple option.
Danny Tucker.
1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Cardinals' 40-yard line. Pritchard upright immediately and throws a strikeout in the flat to Lucas Howard for a 5-yard gain.
Got it inside to 35
down
now.
To the 30, inside to 35. 2nd and about 4 on the 34-yard line they're calling it. 10:30 to go, 3rd quarter action. Cardinals of Colerain still leading. Lebanon has spread formation, 5 wideouts. This is where Pritchard tried to run the ball the last time.
He did again.
Trying again, he's doing it again.
Got it.
Good yardage. Good yardage.
First down.
Breakdowns. Takes it down inside the 25 to about the 20.
And a taunt against Colerain. This is going to add a little bit more on.
Personal foul, Colerain.
Maybe he pushed him. It wasn't a taunt.
What great breaks we're getting here and great field position.
Let's see if we can pick up what happens after the play, because the flag came very, very late after a whistle.
Referees say, Colerain, move out. We're bringing the ball right back where you're standing.
It's going to happen way behind the play, so we're not going to see. But I got a feeling somebody must have got shoved after the whistle was blown.
Ball's at the 12-yard line, folks.
We've bound to get some points out of this thing.
Our deepest penetration.
Right, split left. Johnny Carnes, the H-back, takes the ball right there, met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Might have lost a little bit. Stegman was there to make the stop.
It's going to bring up 2nd and about 10. The ball's at the 12-yard line. Yeah, 13-yard line, I guess.
Yeah, about a half a yard loss.
9:47 to go, 3rd quarter action. Colerain leading, 7-0. Lebanon threatening. Pritchard back. Ball snapped. Back is Richard running wide over there, and it's out of bounds, thrown out there. Tyler just had to dump the ball off to the left side over there. He was being pressured, and that's better than taking that sack.
Going to Lucas Howard, and it was over his head.
Going to bring up 3rd and about 11.
Oh, Colerain's defense putting up a good stand here.
Ball's at the 13-yard line. Boy, the Warrior defense did it again.
Big play. Got those trips out of here. They're going to be looking for that quarterback running this time. He's straight shot out there. Tackled, and Salih takes it, drags him down. Takes it inside the 10, 9, about the 8-yard line.
Nice move by Salih.
Okay, Coach, real quick. Kick the field goal or go for it on 4th.
No, he'll kick the field goal here.
Yeah, you need to get points on the board.
Yep.
He's got the tee in hand, so that's pretty much answers the question.
And Tyler Pritchard will try a field goal from...
Well, you can't get down that far and let the kids come out empty-handed.
25-yard field goal.
You know, if it's 4th and 2 or 3, that's a different story. But you're 4th and 6 against a great goal line defense.
Well, they got a block better than they did on the other one.
Yep. They're getting it off. It's up, and it is...
No good. Off to the right.
Off to the right.
That is... Oh, not necessarily the miss is what it does psychologically for you, too.
Well, we'll just get the ball back and do it again.
For personalized and professional service, call Mike and Sandy Faulkner, real estate agents living and working in your community. Give them a call at Hinkle-Schuler Realtors, 932-6070. And the Lebanon Antique Dealers and Merchants Association invite you to shop and dine in beautiful downtown Lebanon. With over 50 antique and specialty shops of quality merchandise, several unique restaurants, thousands of visitors from around the world, can't be wrong.
Come on, Big D.
Delay?
Whistles.
Got to be a delay, doesn't it? No, he wouldn't call it. Yeah, he would. Man back here generally calls the delay.
Delay of game, 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15.
Signal for an illegal procedure, isn't it?
Yep.
What happened? I think we intimidated him on the left side of the defense, right side of the offense. I think that lineman moved down inside there.
Could have been. Regardless, they're 5 yards farther back than they were.
Well, they're trying to play right into Lebanon's hand if we can just get some offense going.
That's Johnson. Broke another tackle. Broke another tackle.
Keeps on breaking him. Johnson's got about 15, 17 yards out of it. Well, I tell you what, he is in the defensive. He's to the linebacker level before he's hit.
Yep.
And then the defensive backs had to bring him down. That was a big place to get him out of the hole on that.
They took him out deep, out to the 36-yard line.
That was a 22-yard run, I think, wasn't it? Spence, how far was that? 16.
16 yards out to the 36-yard line.
Well, I thought it was 1st and 15.
The ball was at, well, it was, so.
All right. 1st and 10, who cares? 36-yard line right now. Lebanon's defense is in an unfamiliar range, going to give to the cross back in the backside.
He's loose.
Maurice Johnson.
He's gone.
Got some running room, and he's
Won't
going
catch
to
him.
take it to
Got
the
him. Pritchard did
Tyler
get him
Pritchard,
at the 19.
Austin Pritchard.
Austin Pritchard caught up with him there. He was tripped up just a little bit. That play was given, fake to the fullback in the middle, given to the running back off to the right side there, untouched till he got down about to the 20-yard line.
Well, there's some great blocks by that line
Big
at
play
time.
offense this has been for them on this this series right here.
Austin Pritchard finally caught up with him at the 20-yard line.
Austin shows some good speed,
Well,
guys.
somebody tripped him up right before that.
Yeah, slowed him down.
So it's going to be
Carnes.
1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line of the Warriors in a hurry. Things look so good for the Warriors just within 2 minutes of clock time, and now it's just the opposite. Fullback gets the ball, runs the outside down, got a little running room.
Didn't
He's going
wrap
to
him
take
up,
it
and
to
he's
the house.
gone.
That is one fine football player we're looking at right
Mr.
there.
Simpson.
He left a stream of Warriors laying on the turf.
Big play for the Colerain Cardinals there.
Boy,
Big
he
play.
is strong. Only 188 pounds, but my goodness, what a running back.
He runs strong.
So, with 7:36 third quarter action, Colerain breaks our heart and goes up 13-0. Boy, we had some golden opportunities.
Well, we did.
Just couldn't handle
Complexion has changed drastically here in the last minute and a half.
it.
This is Adam Young, their place kicker.
Snaps down, up, and it is good right through the middle. 14-0 Lebanon. We can't say, guys, we didn't have our chances.
Well, we had it down inside the 10.
Well, we've had we've intercepted one, gathered in 2 fumbles. Oh boy, just couldn't take it in for any points.
People's Community Bank with 3 offices in Warren County to serve you. 11 South Broadway, 1101 Columbus Avenue, and 5797 South State Route 48. We are your community bank. People's Community Bank is proud to support the Lebanon Warriors. Also, John Russell's Garage, located at 710 Deerfield Road in Lebanon. For all your car care needs, give John a call. He's your independent car care dealer. 932-1169. Once again, 710 Deerfield Road, 932-1169.
That touchdown right there is a big bump in the road for us.
It is.
It's not a bridge out or anything, but when you're only down 7, we're a big play offense anyway. We can get back in there and give Zach Stewart a step, and he's in the end zone for us, and we tie the ball game up. But boy, when you're down 2 touches now, as tough as Colerain defense has been, we're going to have to reach back for something that we haven't had.
Well, it's going to be probably a deep kickoff again from Young. They got Lucas Howard and Stewart are back deep for the Warriors, standing at the 5-yard line. Yeah, that puts a big crunch in our hopes.
We could have been 7-3 and kicking off to them, and boy, all of a sudden they come down and just what a heck of a drive out of that. Start on what, the 12-yard line?
Yep. Well,
here's
20.
The kick. It's not as deep. It'll probably be fielded this time by Stewart at the 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, right up the middle and tackled at about the 21-yard line. So Lebanon's going to take over for the second time, and Zach Stewart gets up a little bit slow and gipping. He says, yes, I want to go. The referee stops him there for a minute. Says, are you sure, son? Are you okay? The tough nut he is, he says, you can't crack me.
He's going to come off.
I'm in there.
Zach's going to come off for a breather, favoring that right leg. He got nailed pretty good there.
I don't know which leg he's favoring, Tommy.
He's got his hand on his right hip. Well, now he's got his hand on his left hip. So
First and 10, Pritchard back. Oh, receiver falls down.
Got a flag. I think we're going to get a holding call on Lebanon. That'd be our first penalty, I believe.
Have we had a penalty yet, Spence? Nope. Statistician's done very good until now.
Illegal block.
And now I imagine they'll just decline that. No,
well, it'd be a 10-yard penalty, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, they'll take it.
Illegal block should be 15.
Well, it's inside the 20.
So it's got to be 10.
Half the distance.
Why did you say half the distance in, Eric? Instead of saying
well, it's at the 20.
Take it back to the 10.
All right.
10 from 20 is 10.
We were all right.
But last Saturday night, they had a 15-yard penalty inside the 20. They marked it down to the 5,
But
remember?
they corrected it. They corrected it, Tommy. Remember, they'll get it right. Pritchard back. He's back around his goal line, running to his right. Unloads it deep out the middle. That's an interception.
Yep.
Should have never let loose of that. Yep. Threw it right to him.
That's Jermaine Johnson,
yes,
and
sir.
I think he's going to score.
He's picking up his blockers. He's going to score, run all over the field, return, and takes it down to the end zone for, well, it got out of hand here in about a minute and a half.
Yep, it's.
Wow, that gives them 20-0 with 7:12 to go. Tyler Pritchard was being rushed deep, and he tried to throw it deep and just didn't have enough gun on his shoulder there and threw the pick and turned back with Jermaine Giants.
Being high, we could see it coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the first team since Cincinnati Elder last year to score 3 touchdowns on the Warriors. Yeah, Colerain didn't get here by accident, guys. They're a good football team.
Well, we knew that, but we were trying to keep it quiet for a while.
Well, it's.
Well, we were able to lull them asleep there for the longest time, but they've awakened now.
Yeah, we woke up a sleeping giant here and there.
But remember, that's a couple breaks that they had.
That's right.
Maybe we get a couple breaks back, we're right back in it.
We need to get a score, guys. We need a 21-0. It's Colerain with a 3-touchdown lead with 7 minutes and 12 seconds to play here in the third quarter at Paul Brown Stadium. Warriors face now with the possibility of having this be the last game of the season.
Oh, well, we got a lot of time to talk before that gets there.
Yeah, we still got 20 minutes of football to play.
Stranger things have happened. Boy, their coach is out there right in the middle. He says, hey, no, it can't be an onside kick, guys. Don't plan for anything like that. Guy can kick it in the end zone.
Well, the Cardinals are in the driver's seat right now. There's no question about that with a 3-touchdown lead. And every one of their scores have been made by a guy who broke tackles.
Yes, indeed. A lot of them.
They've really shown how necessary it is to wrap when you tackle.
All right, so Colerain prepares for kicking off for the 4th time today. Beginning of the game, and they've scored, or beginning of second half, and they've scored 3 touches. So far their kicker has been taking it deep.
He's kicking with about a 2-yard two-step.
What is this, huh? It's going to be an
pooch
onside pooch kick.
Austin Pritchard has
it. Get down before you get another shot at you, Austin.
Well, they're giving us good field position.
Oh, you hate to. Now, what's the strategy there?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. He just had us back deep when he kicked it away.
Kerry Combs, you've got 3 or 4 people here in the box confused.
Can you say run up the score?
Run up the score? What's the advantage there?
To get the ball back. That's what he was going.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think it was an onside kick. I think it's just a short kick.
Yeah, just a pooch.
But I don't understand it.
Come on, Tyler. Here we go. 1st and 10. Tyler Pritchard's going to run the ball. Got some running room again. He's got a 1st down.
Out to about the
48.
48.
He is by far our best rusher of the day. Tyler Pritchard. Of course, with that spread offense, when you put 5 receivers out there, the coaches have found that they're taking everybody out there except one linebacker. If we get one block, we've got that 10 yards.
Stegman fought off a blocker to make the initial stop there for Colerain.
There we are again. See, they've only got 3 defensive linemen. Yep. Fisher's calling timeout here, stopping the clock for a timeout.
Stegman's hurt, number 5.
Yeah, let's take a break here.
LCNB, Lebanon's hometown bank since 1877, provides unmatched personal with the most sophisticated financial products available. We set the standards for your banking. Convenience with our 3 Lebanon offices, 7 drive-through lanes that open at 8:30 a.m., 6 days a week, and 7 ATMs. We also offer 24-hour online and telephone banking. Call 932-1414.
Right back there's Ryan Pritchard running the ball again, and I figured they'd put a stop to it. They sure did. They said they're going to take the one cornerback, take him off the pressure out there on the spread offense, and react immediately whenever Pritchard takes that step forward.
Michael Tucher made the stop on the play for Colerain. Got about right back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe
2nd and 10. The ball's right at the 48-yard line of the Warriors. 6:17 to go. 21-0. Colerain over the Warriors. Pritchard rolling to his left. Got some running room. And he gets about 6 out of it.
Nice block by Greg Burrows over there.
Lined it down at 5.
Not Burrows, I mean Dick. No, Burrows, number 60. Threw a block over there.
Yes,
Greg.
sir.
Nice
He's
block.
playing a lot of offensive guard for it.
Got it down to about the 45-yard line. 3rd and about 4.5.
Melnick, Burrows, Dixon, Yetter, Big Joe snap. Good offensive line. They're met today with some people that's handling. Here he comes wide over here. Boy, I tell you what, you got to be a good defensive end. When you react to the pitch, come back and make the tackle on the shovel pass.
Yep.
What a defensive play, huh? Holy mackerel, 4th and 3.
That was, guess who? Mr. Revels again.
Whoa. He's got my vote for All-State.
Very quick. Well, the Warriors 4th and 5.
Going to have to punt the ball, and that would be, I guess they're going to punt against a slight headwind looking down in there. There's a snap. Pritchard has plenty of time. Nice punt. Drills it down, and it's going to be in the end zone. Boy, I tell you what, had a man right down there to it. Oh, Luke Howard was right down there to down it, but just couldn't quite get to it. So, the Cardinals are going to take it over on their own 20-yard line. Take a break.
Town Pest Control, locally owned and operated for over 23 years, has been providing affordable service to residential and business customers throughout Warren County. For termite control, pre-construction termite prevention, insect and rodent control, and FHA VA termite inspections, call the professionals at Town Pest Control, 932-3646.
The sophomore quarterback is back in.
Yes, he did.
And he fumbled.
He fumbled the ball right away and gets strangulated.
Never did go down. Now, they're going to arrest Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Fitzpatrick. They don't want to take any chance of him getting hurt.
I think Kerry Combs says we're going to play next week, and we're going to rest him. However, putting the ball on the grass like that, Lebanon's awful sharp at grabbing it, put in the end zone. I bet we'd see number 10 back in the ball game in a hurry. Second about 9. Ball's on the 21-yard line of Colerain. 4:13 to go.
Nice
and
tackle.
good job.
David Addison.
Good defensive
Good
jam.
tackle.
David Addison
Absolutely.
got Maurice Johnson in the backfield.
That don't happen often. It hadn't happened often today, but I think that Jonesy nailed one back there also. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. 4 minutes to go. Colerain leading 21-0 over the Warriors. Well, I doubt if they're going to throw the football. Sophomore quarterback, deep in their own red zone, leading. They're going to say, hey, we'll just run the ball out of here and go for a punt on the next play. Here it comes, and he's got some running room. Got some running room, enough for the first. Doggone it, they got out of it. Doggone, they got out of it. Run the option out there. That's a true triple option.
Tyler Pritchard ran him out of bounds, but
Boy, but not before he got out. I thought we was going to get it back.
Executed perfectly.
Good field position. That wide receiver had a great block out here on our corner.
got it out to the 33.
1st and 10 for the Cards. 3:27 to go. Third quarter action. You know what? When they come out on offense, those people from Colerain was screaming for blood, weren't they?
Yep.
Whoa. Fullback's got the ball this time.
That was Simpson. David Addison got him first.
Tommy, he was down on the ground, still twisting and turning for yardage. Another good sign of a very good back.
Tucker was also in on that stop. David Addison made the initial stop. Yeah, Simpson's he's a hard runner.
Yeah, they've got a good football team. But they're playing a good football team, too. Maybe just a little step up here.
They're going to be playing a better one next week if they win this game, because I think Elder will beat them.
Elder might not win today.
2 splits. Fullback, quarterback keeps it, gets the pitch.
There it
There's
is
the
again.
triple option.
He's gone to the races.
Touchdown time. Don't think we're.
No.
Lucas Howard caught him. Yes, from the side. Boy, he started off triple option around the right side, picks up about 45 yards, and they're just absolutely destroying us on the outsides right now.
Well, they're running that thing to perfection, aren't they?
Yes, they sure are.
You bite for that first fake, and they're gone.
They're getting awful good blocking out of their wideouts out there on our corners.
Yes, they are.
Take him down.
Ryan No and Austin Pritchard got him, finally caught up with him over there.
Was that Ryan No? I thought it was Luke Howard.
It was Ryan.
Okay. Put him on he's a baseball player. Put him on the sprinters and track team, too. All right, it's going to bring up 1st and 10. There's 17-yard line of the Warriors. 2:40 to go, and Colerain threatening again. Put a stop to it, D. Snap, gives the tailback, gets about 7 right up the middle.
Jermaine Johnson tripped up by Jones.
Their offensive line is just handling us down inside.
Yep, they're beating us up.
Burrow's coming back in the ball game.
David Addison comes
Bringing
off.
David out. He's not gimping at all. Certainly hope he's not hurt. Burrow's a little bigger, a little stronger down inside or up on that defensive end over there. 2nd and 7 on the 14-yard line of the Warriors. I formation.
Oh, fumble.
Fumble, and the quarterback picks it up and gets close
5
to
yards.
first down.
Things aren't going good when those things happen, are
They
they?
sure aren't.
Put it on the ground, picked it up, and ran for 5.
Well, I think that what we're talking about here, the offensive line, just really dominating our defensive line. That fumble's laying there, but nobody can get to it because they're being blocked.
That's right.
Which we haven't had that case much this year.
3rd and about 2 from just inside the 10-yard line. Colerain knocking on the door for another one.
They put those people out there. Lebanon still lines up with, they got about 7 men right there in the box. They give the tailback through.
Jermaine.
He's got enough for a first down.
Jones was there to stop
That's a
him.
hold down in there. That's got to be a hold situation. That'll set him back. Where the flag come from appeared it was going to be a hold.
And it was.
They're talking to Lebanon.
They've already given the signal.
Holding on Colerain, so that'll take them back
good.
15.
So it's going to be now 10.
10.
About third and 12.
Third
Now-
about 12.
We'll probably see Mr. Young come in here and kick a 3.
Yeah.
Not on this down, they won't.
No.
They'll run one more before we try that.
1:10, third quarter action. Colerain leading 21-0 over our beloved Lebanon Warriors.
We've had them 3rd and long several times today, and they bailed out several times on
Yeah.
us.
They run that option to give the pitch man out here. Well, they got a man out here. Of course, sophomore quarterback, he might keep it. I'd say the option's going to come.
That's Simpson.
Simpson down inside.
He's gone.
In for the
Just
touchdown.
ran over us.
Just too much football
Too
player,
much
guys.
football.
That runs it up 27-0. Wow, what a third quarter. Well, so much for what we talked about at halftime and coming out in the second half and being strong. I guess maybe Colerain talked about some things at halftime also.
We had our chance. We had the ball on the fumble. We got it down deep. We couldn't do anything.
But remember, if we hadn't had the breaks there and taken those fumbles away, this thing could have been a lot worse right now.
I believe we are looking at an insurmountable lead right now, guys.
Yep. 44 seconds to go, third quarter action. 27-0, waiting for the point after. And it is snapped, held up, and good. 28-0 for the Colerain Cardinals.
The decision to buy or sell a home is one of the toughest. Get a professional who works smart for you and listen to your needs, and to get the latest technology and to give yourself every advantage. Call Skip Young at Hinkle Schuler, 932-6070. And Software Solutions, or SSI, located on Main Street in Lebanon, serves over 200 governmental entities in Ohio, including Lebanon, Franklin, Monroe, Trenton, Waynesville, Blanchester, Deerfield Township, Westchester Township, and Western Water. For more information, give them a call at 932-6667.
Starting to see a lot more purple coats and jackets show up here.
Uh-oh.
Elders starting to come in. The crowd's starting to pick up a little bit, starting to dot around, have their favorite places to sit and so on.
28-0. Well, I would like to see the Warriors get a score.
I saw Coach Broush in the middle of his huddle of his Warriors out there, and I tell you right now, he's saying, play for pride. Play for pride. Don't give up. Well, the strategy again, now they're going to have another kicker.
Kick it.
I still don't know the strategy from that last kickoff. Don't understand it. Don't have to. We're up here. Approaching the ball. Kick, and it is up, and it's going to be taken by in the end zone.
Another one goes deep.
Couldn't pick it out. Zach Stewart just watched it go in the end zone.
Stewart watched it hit right just inside the goal line.
And anytime, remember in high school, the ball penetrates the plane of the goal line, it's automatic touchback. So Lebanon's going to line it up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 44 seconds to go. Colerain leading 28-0 over our Lebanon Warriors.
They still got their first defense in there.
Pritchard back, quick pass to the right side, doesn't have anything, and he is sacked deep back, takes about a 7. And I tell you, he didn't want to take the sack. I know he didn't want to take the sack, but if you saw the coverage off the left side, it was an interception if he lets loose of it.
Coverage sack. It was good. Tyler read that. He had to eat that one.
Zach Stewart's running off, and he's still not 100%.
No,
guys.
Zach's pretty gimpy there. So the Warriors are just kind of taking a whomping here right now.
Adam Campbell was in there that time. He says, what do we do on that? So it's going to bring up 2nd and 19, or 2nd and 11. All right, there's some running room for us. Off to the right, quick pass over here.
Boy, he got
hit. And he's hit with a amount of authority.
That was Moeller that hit him and ran him out of bounds.
Taking him out of bounds. But it's complete over there to Ryan No, the tailback.
These Colerain boys, they do stick it on you.
And that's at the end of the third quarter with Colerain leading 28-0. Steve?
The decision to buy or sell a home is one of the toughest. Get a professional who will work smart for you and listen to your needs. To get the latest technology and to give yourself every advantage, call Skip Young at Hinkle Schuler, 932-6070. Dakin Insurance, your hometown independent insurance agents have served Lebanon insurance needs since 1876. Call Lebanon alumni Zach Burns today for a complete insurance analysis for auto, home, health, and life insurance. Call 932-4010 or stop by their offices on East Mulberry or Columbus Avenue. Dakin Insurance, your hometown independent insurance agency.
Well, both teams are off to the side over there, huddled up, and I'm sure that they're absolutely trying to get the best out of the Warriors. Facing a 3rd and long, or they're going to have to punt the ball again, and that would give Colerain another short field to work on. And I would imagine Colerain would like to impress some people if they get a chance, because they'd like to probably put it on us a little more than Elder did last year. You think, Tommy?
I don't know. I don't know Combs that well. I don't know that much about it. I know some coaches would delight in doing that. I don't know how Coach Combs thinks about things like that.
Pritchard took the direct snap, got a man back there out in front.
Got it, and he's
got
gone.
a touchdown. We've
Go,
got a touchdown.
go.
Get on down, get in there.
He's there.
Yes, he's in there. That's
All
the
right.
quick strike we're
Lucas
looking
Howard.
for.
Lucas
Howard. A long pass from
85
Tyler Pritchard.
yards.
85 yards. That makes the stats look a lot better. Boy, just at the dimmest moment, Tyler Pritchard says, I can duke that ball long. Lucas Howard had him down the sideline, outran his defender, caught the ball in stride, and took it right on down.
Beautiful play.
Nobody was going to catch him.
Well, he
That
caught
was
him, but he caught him when he was in
great,
passing the goal
great
line.
catch out of the little scat back.
Great
Boy.
play.
And Lucas Howard is not slow, and did you see the speed to
Whoa.
try to almost catch him?
So there's the kick up, and it is good. We're
All
on the
right.
board.
Tyler Pritchard
We're
to
on
Lucas
the board,
Howard.
28-7.
Whether you choose a new Pontiac, Buick, Oldsmobile, or GMC truck, or one of the many GM certified used cars, Bill DeLord has the right car at the right price right now. Call him at 1-800-686-3322. Bill DeLord, dedicated to your complete satisfaction today and down the road.
And I tell you, I'm sure that Coach Broush in the middle of that huddle, and Coach Lamb, Coach Rogan, all of them are in there, and they're saying, hey, play your best, give it your best shot. Good things will happen, and that's exactly what just happened.
Well, I'll tell you what that does. That keeps our streak of games scored in. 104 straight games now we've scored in.
Oh, baby, and it looked looked dim for a while.
It did look dim, but I was going to go back and then say, well, we had a regular season streak going. Well, we've scored in the last 104 games now.
Well, the long bomb's always such an exciting play anyway, and boy, that was right in stride.
Perfectly executed. Tyler
Ball was
Pritchard.
right on the money.
Well, Colerain with their second tier lined up very close, is looking for the onside kick.
Well, I'm sure they'll get it too.
Tyler Pritchard.
I see a
Looking
big open spot around the 30. It might not be a bad idea to drop a
but
little wedge shot
we
in there.
can't get there as quick as they'll get there.
Ball rolled off the tee, so Tyler has to reach.
They still got to pick it up, though. That ball
Yeah, they
takes
gotta-
funny bounces.
They only got 10 yards to go, and we got 40 to get there.
I still remember the kickoff down at Ross a couple years ago. We caught the ball on the fly.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Tyler Pritchard attacking the ball
Pooch kick.
right down the middle, right in the middle. Taking it to 10, to 15, to 20, 25, 30, and taken down right at the 30-yard line.
He met Big Danny Tucker right there at the 30, too.
Well, you got to know that touchdown's going to juice the Warriors up a little bit here. Going to go down fighting at least. Give a good account of ourselves here. Hey, I'll tell you, we've already given a good account of ourselves. There's only 16 Division I teams left in the state, and we're one of them.
Do you suppose that there's any more prejudiced announcers than us?
Probably
We're
not.
supposed to be.
We're called homers.
We're called homers every place except Lebanon, and we're at home. First and 10 on the 31-yard line.
That's Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson, little running
Cuts
room
it
right
back.
up the middle. Gets a little more running room.
Ooh.
Just caught by the shoestrings.
Burrows
that
caught
would
him.
be by Burrows.
Greg Burrows. Otherwise, you're looking at 6 more there.
Yep. Boy, they're just chomping them up. Of course, that 85 makes our stats look a lot better, men.
No, it pumps them up pretty good there. Tyler's well over 100 yards now passing.
How many's got, Spence? Tyler. How many yards for Tyler? 135 passing yards. He's got 50 yards rushing. It's a Tyler Pritchard show. First and 10, 50-yard line. Give it
That's
to the
Simpson.
fullback.
Wrap him up.
Simpson.
All right.
Look at them still drive. Buddy, I tell you, when you drive a defensive lineman,
Yeah, he just got it for. He had something to say.
He said something to the official, and the official flagged him.
Yep. Number 75, wasn't it, for Colerain?
Yep, 75 shot off his mouth out there. That's Brian Lay, 6'6", 234-pound junior. Said something to the official.
this Colerain team is going to be strong, strong, strong next year. Junior quarterback, junior running back.
Well, I'm sure that Coach Kerry Combs can't be too happy about 2 penalties just like that today.
Spence says that they've had 60 yards in penalties. Look at him.
Yeah, I
He's
put
on
a
a
Jumbotron. He's just biting nails right now.
That jaw is flapping.
Well, that was a stupid penalty, for want of a better word. You just don't make, the play was over.
Timeout.
Need professional online service? Then make Go Concepts your internet service partner. Go Concepts is the one source for all your internet access. Website design, website hosting, computer repair, and network support needs. Call 934-2800. That's 934-2800. Go Concepts is a proud supporter of Lebanon Warrior Athletics and Lebanon City Schools.
I think I'm glad we don't have a mic on Kerry Combs right now.
Well, it probably would be best not to.
I lip read a little bit, and I wouldn't want to have had that going over the air.
So that puts them second and about 15, but they've dug out the hole each time that's happened.
Closer to 17. They say 18 on the board, but it's right at 17.
11 minutes to go in the ball game. I formation, 2 splits. Come out with the option over there. Oh, Lord.
There's a
running
hold.
room again. Got a hold. They throw a flag.
Yep, there's a flag down.
It might not be a hold. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a flag in that area.
Well, there was a couple of players. This Jacob Lay and Brian.
Low block.
Yeah, so they're moving themselves backwards here. Well, we can pick off a fumble here or an interception.
Yes, sir.
But they just consistently run that option to perfection, don't they?
It's gotten better as the game's gone on, guys.
And they come at
Boys,
you.
let's wait a minute now. It's going to be 2nd and 28 for a team that's leading 28-7. There's that 33.
They got to go to the 40-yard line. The ball is on the
33,
22.
2nd and 33. Got him back to the 27-yard line.
You can't let them out of this one.
Nope.
2nd and 33. Was it Montana State last week had a 4th and 58 and converted?
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So they're 2nd and given to the fullback right in the middle. And
not much there.
He doesn't get much here.
Ryan Smith stopped
about
him.
5 yards. I think maybe he's put this series in the can. Says, hey, nothing fancy. We're back here. We're going to kick it down there. Let our defense do the work. 2nd and 28 now.
10 and a half minutes to play.
Cardinals leading 28-7 over the Lebanon Warriors. Paul Brown Stadium. Crowds picked up. I would say there's probably 10,000 here now.
It's because the older people are starting to show up.
Oh, yep. Wayne people driving down. Comes it out. Going to run the option. Gets the pitch out there. Got some running room.
Oh, he's
Lord.
gone to the races.
No, he hasn't. He's tackled down there. It's Tyler Pritchard played it just right. He
Let
took
him out
down.
of it,
Yes. Went around the left side over there. I was counting the yard line so much he didn't say a word. My goodness. We let him out of that. Had him 2nd and 33.
Oh, my goodness. Had him third what right there.
They just come
28.
at you and come at you and come at you. That's Maurice Johnson. Tyler Pritchard has an angle on him.
And you know what? He may not have wanted to show too much of the option this week because he's just run that with perfection out there. Got some speed down there, but Tyler Pritchard has some speed too. He's waiting on it. Can't get a block or can't get a tackle or block in there. Would have been a clip.
75 couldn't throw a block. I think I got a delay of game.
Another day. Boy, they take a long count. I wonder why they do that. You know, normally a wishbone team, they have to just boom the first hop and they're out of there.
No, that's illegal procedure. So
Somebody must have
somebody
flinched.
moved.
Somebody flinched a little bit on the line there.
Well, boy, the Warriors can't talk about the breaks we've had today, can we? And the penalty. How many penalties, Spence? 75 yards they've been penalized. How many we've been penalized? One penalty at 10 yards. Well, we're good people. Quarterback keeps the ball, bounces off, turns, keeps running.
He was down.
Looks like he hit down right there after about a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, his knee was down.
Yeah, they moved it back, Tom. I wanted to see how they spotted that, and they hit
about
it.
the 22-yard line.
Boy, I tell you what I'm impressed with. From last week's facilities to this week's facilities.
Yeah, a little different.
This is from sitting on a tar and gravel top of a press box in the wind freezing to death where we didn't even have a scoreboard to sit in an easy chair in the warm. We've got 3 scoreboards. Second and about 8.
That's illegal procedure.
The right guard jumped.
Jumped again. Boy, Kerry Combs, I'll bet he is eating those nails instead of just biting them now. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 13 now. 8:43 to go. Colerain leading, which they've dominated the game so far, 28-7 over the Warriors.
I'll tell you what, you don't think Zach Stewart's tough? He's right back in there playing defense. And I'll tell you what, Zach's taken some hits and limped off that field, and he's right back in there. And it's the way his whole career has been at Lebanon. I've really liked this young man.
He and Johnny Carnes are both just blue-collar, hard players, no matter what sport they're playing.
Joined with a lot of other blue collars.
A lot of heart.
Yes,
a lot of good young men out there.
Here comes the action. Fullback takes it inside.
Simpson,
this
wrap
time.
him up.
Simpson
Wrap him
better
up.
wrap him or he's going to get away.
Well, he just drives it, doesn't he?
He sure does. He takes it right up the middle for.
Tucker was there. Jones was there.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 on the 20-yard line for the Cardinals. Austin Pritchard checks back in. Shaw. Haven't called Brent Shaw's name much today.
No, we haven't called him at all, I don't think.
Oh, boy, maybe you've missed him. He's making tackles. You're missing.
Oh, I'm not getting them all the tackles. There's no way you can get them all, especially on the gang tackles.
High formation, wide slot to the right. This is the formation they run that option out of. Here it comes, turns up, gets the, it's going to be close. Gets down inside to 15.
He's got it.
He got it.
Yes, he did. That's that 2nd-string quarterback running the ball. Does a pretty nice job.
Here comes the sunshine.
Yep, first time today.
And here it comes. We were promised.
Fans are cheering the sun now.
I don't know. They might be cheering the Cardinals coming down inside. Wayne must be on the same side as
Elders on this side.
Yeah, because whoa, look at all the red
It's
over
all
there.
red. Yeah.
1st and 10.
Fumble.
Fumble. Warriors get it. We snapped again.
Ryan Smith got it.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. What an opportune we have.
It's 4 turnovers today we picked up.
If you need copies, Minuteman Press is the place. High-speed black and white color, blueprint, large format color, full digital capacity for PC or Mac. Stop by 101 Dave Avenue, 1 block behind McDonald's, or call the man. Minuteman Press at 932-4222.
There's a big play again for us. Tyler Pritchard.
Oh, he
throws
fell
the ball.
down. Lucas Howard fell down.
Yeah, he slipped over there.
Well, we've talked about this turf all year. It's no better for the Bengals than it is for the Warriors, is it?
It's not a Class A field.
Well, now, wait a minute. The Bengals been blaming the turf all year for their record. If we'd had a good turf, we'd be right in this thing.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
that's the problem.
Well, those guys in the white shirts might have had something to say about that.
Well, now you're not talking about the stripes.
No, I'm talking about the Colerain Cardinals.
There's this spread again. They jump another lineman down inside against this. Pritchard's keeping the ball going outside and gets back the line of scrimmage.
That's about it.
Those white helmets and red Cardinals on the sides of them close in a hurry. Red numerals, white pants. 3rd and about 9 for the Warriors. Got the spread formation. This is where Pritchard runs best. Here he comes running. Oh.
They waited for it.
You tricked me once, you tricked me twice, but you tricked me 3rd. It's my fault, and it's not their fault.
Yeah, they were waiting for it that time.
Yeah, boy. So the Warriors got a punt out of here.
Tyler's got a little bit of wind at his back for this punt.
Oh, he hit that last one good, too.
Yes, he did.
So,
Guys, a little bit surprised with those 3 calls right there. You're down 21. Never tempted to throw the ball.
you're in your own red zone, too.
Yeah.
That's true.
Of course, he threw out of the red zone for 85
That's
yards
right.
a minute ago.
Yeah, he did.
All right, Steve, okay.
He did throw the first one, but it.
Nice boot. Tyler Pritchard boots taking on that 37. Back up to the 40, 45.
Don't let him get outside.
Close to the 50, setting up his blockers. He's the 50, the 45, down to about the 40-yard line on a good return. Boy, he set his blockers up nice, didn't he? Come inside, set him up, pop out back outside. When you got legs and wheels to do that, it's nice to do that.
Well, these kids just are polished. They're a good football team.
They got a short field again with 5:57 to go. Lebanon's hung in there. 1st and 10 at the Warrior 40. Cardinals leading 28-7. First and 10. 2 wings. Snap. Oh, the quarterback had running
Almost
room
fumbled
and
that.
fell down again.
He had room, too.
Well, you know, I'm sure that they're like any other football program. Whenever you practice during the week, your number one gets about 90% of the snaps and the reps that you're going to run in practice. You bring a youngster in here in a playoff ball game and said, hey, it's yours the rest of the way out. He's got to have some lumps in his throat. Probably that mouthpiece is probably sticking to his tongue, it's so dry.
And he's a sophomore, too. That's
Yeah.
a young player.
Given to the backs right in the middle, a lot of room.
Maurice Johnson.
And probably gets back past the line of scrimmage.
Routhier got him. Ryan Smith got him.
That's the first Routhier I've heard you say today, Tom.
Oh, I've said him a couple times.
Yours was blocked, I guess.
There's another sophomore that's going to have a few things to say his last 2 years, Ryan Routhier.
We can run right down through that list of defenders out there. All of them are tough. Austin Pritchard, Tyler Pritchard, Johnny Carnes, Zach Stewart, Chris Addison, Ryan No, David Addison, Ryan Smith. Good job in
That
there.
was Simpson.
Yes, sir, we slowed him down enough.
Burrows was there.
Next year we got help coming with Nick Hendrickson will be back in good wheels next year again.
Tucker and Burrows were both there that time. Yeah, Nick Hendrickson. Well, our defense would have been just that much better with Nick here this year.
Yep. So what do you do? 4 to 35-yard line, 4th and 5, and you're leading 28-7.
They've already tried one 52-yard field goal. What would stop them from doing it again?
I'd say that's going to be an option to the right, but nope, can't be that. Oh, there'll be motion. If he brings motion, here it comes. Now we can run the option. There it comes.
Good tackle.
Good job,
Ryan No.
Ryan No. Oh, mercy. That's a defensive gem.
He caught Maurice Johnson from behind and brought him down.
So the Warriors got another chance to get on the board. 3:56 left in the football game.
Decent field position,
Oh, yes.
36-yard line. Zach Stewart on a fly pattern. Give him one more touchdown as a Warrior.
That defensive back says, I believe I'll back up a little bit. Pritchard's going to run the football.
No, he won't.
Whoa, he
Too many
tried. It was a direct snap. Yeah, I was looking at that too.
Too many people hanging on him. Tuchler got in on
I
that
bet
tackle.
Coach Russell saying, hey, I hope they don't hurt any of those basketball players.
Yeah, you got to know he winced a little bit when he saw Tyler go down.
2nd and 12 for the Warriors on their own 34-yard line. 3:25 to go. There's a snap back over the middle.
Hook and
Flea
lateral.
Flicker.
Didn't
Goes
go
for
nowhere,
Wasn't
though.
there.
a 1-yard gain.
Lucas Howard didn't get there in
Most
time for the
famous
pitch.
play in Lebanon football history.
It was
Boy,
there,
boy.
but Lucas was late getting to his assignment.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if he'd have been a little before. Could have been intercepted.
Wasn't quite executed
Wow.
as
Not
well.
quite as well as at Maslin. Not quite. Carnes made the catch and made the pitch, and Lucas was about 5 yards behind him when he made the pitch.
They were standing out there waiting on it too, wasn't he?
Yes, they were.
He went right for the pitch man immediately. 3rd and long. Pritchard rolls. He looks. Got some
right
time.
there.
Good completion.
Salih.
He got enough. Yes, for first down.
It's going to be close.
I think Salih got the first down.
Yes, he did.
Boy, it's going to be close, though. They're standing at the
they're going to
46-yard line.
Call and bring in the tape.
The stick is at the 46.
LCNB, Lebanon's hometown bank since 1877, provides unmatched personnel with all the most sophisticated financial products available. We set the standard for your banking convenience with 3 Lebanon offices, 7 drive-through lanes that open at 8:30 a.m. 6 days a week, and 7 ATMs. We also offer 24-hour online telephone banking. Call 932-1414 today. LCNB, your hometown bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
First down.
1st and 10 for the Warriors. Still got 2:29 to go. Hit a long one. We can hit a long one out of this. Pritchard back, straight drop, looking, is going to run and crunched.
They closed in on him.
Fumble, but recovered by Lebanon.
Stop was made by Dominique Malone.
I think Pritchard just turned an ankle a little bit.
Yeah, that's a knee, I think, the way he's holding there, but nevertheless, he's okay. He's hanging right in there.
2 minutes to play.
Ball's coming
Bailey.
out, and it's Bailey complete.
Got about 3.
Got about 3 out of it off the right side over there.
Getting a few new numbers out there for Colerain, but not a lot.
I doubt if he'll put too many up there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 at Lebanon's own 49-yard line with 1.5 minutes to play. Pritchard straight drop, looking, takes it deep.
That's got coverage on it.
Yep.
Oh, a good
Zach Stewart got
defensive
away
play
with
by
one there.
Zach Stewart there.
The ball was basically intercepted, and Zach just shoved the kid in the back.
No
And the
flag.
Officials, of course, the officials stand right there looking at it. Why would he throw a flag? You know, an infraction right in front of you.
Zach even
There's no infraction. He's
Zach-
a ball carrier.
Zach even
If there's
lost
no-
his
He hadn't
mouthpiece.
caught
on
the ball
If
yet,
there's
though.
no infraction, why wouldn't it have been a fumble then, huh? Think of that.
But anyway, Zach gave him a pretty good nudge there and got him out of the way.
4th and long.
Boom. And then Zach got nudged pretty good himself on that same play.
1:11 to go in the ball game. Pritchard back. He's going to throw. He's looking. He's being chased. He's looking.
Got him.
And
Just
too
over
far.
his head.
That could
So
be our,
Colerain's going to take over, and I wouldn't imagine if it's sportsmanlike and football-wise and the brotherhood of coaches, Kerry Combs will not try to score again.
I wouldn't hope so.
28-7, I think it's going to go down. I would rather believe that he's not going to go down.
Well, the Colerain Cardinals are going to move on to the finals to take on who I think will be Cincinnati Elder. I don't think Wayne can beat Elder. I didn't think they could beat Moeller either, but they did.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
See if they bring it in tight. Yeah, they're going to huddle it down, Jim. Take the knee.
Yeah, they sure are.
That's a good move.
So during this minute of no action, really, there's a minute left. They're taking a move. Kerry, oh no, don't tell me. They had a
flag?
movement. They had a flag on the killing. Now this would make Kerry, if Kerry Combs says everything is going wrong today except the score, that even went wrong, didn't it?
You know what that reminds me of? Back at the state championship game when Brady Merchant was trying to run out the clock.
Yeah.
And Nick Singleton threw a clip.
So they're bringing it's going to be 1st and about 15, and they're not going to do a thing with it. While they're doing that, let me just run down some names that's just really been excellent for us. Seniors playing their last moments. Johnny Carnes, Zach Stewart, Chris Addison, Ryan Smith, Eric Dixon, Ryan Austin, Greg Burrows, Ron Mag, Joe Snap, Dan Tucker, Adam Yetter, Ryan Bailey, Brent Shaw, all seniors that had a great career.
A lot of exciting moments they brought us.
Oh, my
Sure
goodness,
did.
yes.
They sure had a fantastic season. Now another flag. This time I think it's delay.
So we want to say that, especially to our sponsors too, that provided all these games, and a lot of our loyal listeners back in Lebanon that wasn't able to get to the games this year that would listen to it. Boy, we just had a number of people come up and say that they enjoy it coming back there. And we appreciate Lebanon Telecommunication, the city of Lebanon, and Joe Hackman putting on these, what do you want to call them?
Productions.
I guess more than a production when he gets everybody out in the act and so on. So, Joe, nice job this year. And we got Paul back there with him. Tommy on the sideline down there, and Connie and Wayne up here. Excellent job on the cameras today. And so that's as the clock runs down, 3, 2, 1, and the Warriors 202 campaign has ended with Colerain winning it 28-7. And we go no further, but Colerain has life again next week.
Now we'll play the winner of the game that follows this one. That will be Elder and Dayton Wayne. And who brought it to us, Steve?
Well, today's game has been brought to you by Hinkle Schuler Realtors, your hometown team in real estate, by LCNB and Dakin Insurance, teaming up to accomplish more. John Russell's Garage, our buddy John. He's your independent car care expert. Minuteman Press, Lebanon's award-winning printer, and People's Community Bank. We want to be your bank. Our thanks also to Bill DeLord Auto Center, the Lebanon Antique Dealers and Merchants Association, Software Solutions, Town Pest Control, and Go Concepts for making this broadcast possible.
Well, we'll be with you Monday night at 7 o'clock from the studios at Channel 6 for the wrap-up sports show of the football season. We'll have some other things for you between now and 3 weeks from now when we open basketball. But it's been an interesting season for the Warriors. 10-2 is a great season. Players out on the field now congratulating each other, shaking hands. What are the final numbers we got here? Do we got any final stats, Spence?
Yes, sir, Tom. For Lebanon, Tyler Pritchard completed 16 of 27 passes for a total of 150 yards. He ran for 52 more yards. Ryan Noe got all his yards in the first half on 10 carries for 19 yards, and Lucas Howard had a couple carries for -2 yards. Total, 69 yards running, 150 yards passing, total from 219 yards in offense. Lebanon was penalized one time for 10 yards and had one turnover that did result in an interception for a touchdown for Colerain. Now, Colerain completed 1 of 3 passes, all of that in the first half for 9 yards, rushed for 47 times for 453 yards.
Wow.
Total of 462 yards offense, but they were penalized 11 times for 90 yards.
Well, Jim, you and I reacted when those 3 passes, but when you can run the ball like that, why throw it?
Exactly. But, well, we're ending up what I call just another great season for the Warriors, and we have Monday night to talk about it, summarize it a little bit, and talk about what's coming up next year and so on. But right now, I would think that the coaches and the team has to just bask in the glory of the great season that they had. Not situation this one, but certainly don't measure the strength of the Warrior program and the success that they have with our coaching staff and our players and our following in the city of Lebanon for what they have done in football. It's an excellent football town, excellent football program, and I'm sure next year they're going to come right back and have another great season, Tom.
This is our 3rd year in Division I, and we're making our presence felt. We won a game last week where people are no longer taking us as that little town down on 42. We've got a football program now that people respect, and I think this is the start of a bigger and better things. I really do.
Well, and I wanted to add before we left the air, don't be surprised, guys, if we're back next year. Because we've got some things coming up. We've got some players coming back, and I think some great things are on the horizon again for Lebanon football.
Well, there's some good football players coming into the program because 2 years ago our 8th grade team was undefeated and untied and unscored on. Those kids are going to be juniors next year, and you got to know they're going to play some football for us.
Well, the ingredients are there. We'll put it that
That's right.
way.
The ingredients are there. And I think most coaches, Jim, if they were Coach Dave Brouch's position, would lick their chops having the kind of incoming people he's got coming in for next year.
Absolutely.
Well, we got a bunch of purple and white jerseys out on the field right now. It's Elder against Wayne, and we're done for the season. We'll talk to you Monday night. So for Steve Herrick, Jim Vandergriff, and for the whole crew, I'm Tom McRoberts saying goodbye, and we'll talk to you later. Good night.